We are live.
Steelers O-line could use some help.
I've seen one Steelers game, and it was a very bad game against the Cowboys.
That game was hideous. That's the angriest I've ever been after a football game.
But it was funny because you were really angry on Sunday. I don't even remember what I ended up doing on Sunday, but I turned off the game.
Yeah.
I think I started watching a horror movie.
Did you see the first half?
Yes.
Russ looked awful. He looked terrible. I don't think I was overreacting. He was dirting the ball 3 yards behind fuckers. we were watching that Jets game on a jet. I felt dirty. And then, the second half, he looked great. So I'll eat my crow. I'm happy to be wrong in this instance. He looked really good once he started throwing some moon balls to, hey, we have a really good wide receiver. He's covered. Don't give a shit. Throw the ball towards him. He's really good. He'll probably catch it.
I'm trying to see if we're on. Oh, Badgie says we're on.
Okay.
Russ has to go to the Broncos to get that. Russ had to get the Broncos stink off him.
Yeah. And also, one thing he was doing is he was making adjustments at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if I've ever seen Justin Fields do that.
I don't think he knows how.
He might not. I don't know whose fault that is, but Russ was going up there and, changing plays.
You were on, but on the darkness. Yeah, I broke the cameras. I'm sorry, guys. It's fixed now.
Hello.
But how was Virginia?
It was nice. We went to Busch Gardens. It was a lot more crowded than we were expecting. My mom and I were like, oh, yeah, well, it's not going to be that crowded. It's middle of October. And the crowds...
It's the middle of a very warm October.
And we thought maybe the crowds would be showing up in the evening because of they have Hollow Scream where they just have a bunch of cosplayers yell in your face, and no one wants that. Well, we don't.
Well, the funniest thing that I'd ever heard about that is it was somebody tweeted out I don't get scared at haunted houses because I refuse to give theater kids power over me.
Yeah. So we went there earlier in the day, and it was packed. I mean, we were half right because when we were leaving, what time was it when we left? Around 6. There were people flooding.
I heard Sammy selling like it was Macy's.
People were flooding the place, but we got to ride the main roller coaster we wanted to ride, which is the newest one. It's called Pantheon, and it's pretty sick. It goes, you launch forward, and the track splits. There's a point where you go up halfway up a hill, then you roll backwards, go backwards up a spike, and then you shoot back down it, and you clear the hill, and then do some inversions and stuff. It's a pretty sick ride. Oh, is this? Oh, yeah. This is pretty sick.
It's not very high.
It gets higher. And it just kind of takes off right here.
Yeah, we're thinking of hitting some coasters in November. Well, you were there at Celos when we were talking about it.
Yeah, going to Fiesta, Texas. So, yeah, this is the crazy part. So, you rock
it actually goes faster over that bit?
You rock it up. Yeah. And then you go way backwards. And it shoots you, rockets you backwards. And you go up.
Oh, nice.
And then you make it back over the Top Hat Hill.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is a roller coaster tycoon type thing.
That shit is sick. It was fun. When we were boarding it, they were like, empty your pockets.
Reach for the sky.
Yeah, they just looked at me. As soon as I put the harness on, they could see my wallet in my jean pocket. And they were like, nope, get that out of there right now. Put it in the basket. You're going to lose that shit. And yeah, we would have lost it for sure. But yeah, I've never been on a ride quite like that one. It's a real original.
Well, I'm not used to one that kind of stops and then comes back like that. I mean, the Boomerang and Fiesta does that, but the Boomerang is half as long. It's not very impressive.
Mm-hmm. And that one does more stuff afterwards.
Mr. Freeze on steroids is what I call it.
Yeah, like the Mr. Freeze at Arlington, Texas. Mm-hmm. That one is kind of similar, but yeah, this one it's bigger, it's faster. I'm glad we got to ride it because when we went to Six Flags in Arlington, we never got to ride Mr. Freeze because it was broken down all day.
It's like the Rattler.
Right.
Well, he's from that area. I would not. I've never actually been to Six Flags in Arlington, and I never got to go to Toucan World in Houston or whatever it was called.
That was the first time I'd ever been to a Six Flags. I've been to Busch Gardens. I've been to Kings Dominion, which is a Cedar Fair park, growing up in Virginia. So it was really cool going to Six Flags. We want to go to Fiesta, Texas, like in November. You're from that area?
From the Dallas area.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You ride roller coasters? Do you ride?
No, I don't.
We were trying to convince our friend Paco to go to was it one of the haunted houses here this week, and he was like, "Nope,
Yeah.
y'all can go without me."
It was funny because when I was a kid, my mom would take us to like Kings Dominion all the time, and when I was probably like 9. Up until that point, I was terrified of roller coasters. Now I love them. But my mom, she is no bullshit when it comes to theme parks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's like, we got a plan. Let's fucking go. She wouldn't let us play games. Can we shoot the clown? Like, no. The line on that roller coaster is going to get terrible in 5 minutes. We got to go fucking now. Going back with her for the first time in well over 10 years, I was like,
I've never met the best way I can put it is like an old head that loves roller coasters. That's pretty dope.
A 65-year-old woman who's in great shape for her age is just like, she's hauling ass. Like, let's go.
I got new knees. I intend to use them.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't miss a beat. So it was a lot of fun.
Well, Sam will normally attest to this, but I have another friend that really loves Disney, and it's weird because I've only been to Universal, but it's weird that they have apps that are like the wait is 35 minutes long and how commodified it has been to try to give you a better experience. I've always hated the idea of fast pass lanes.
Oh my god! Yes, they're everything wrong with America.
Yes, but you need to wait in line with the rest of us, kind of thing. Is how I feel about fast pass lanes.
100%. We were getting so annoyed because they would stop. We would be near the boarding of the ride, and they would be like, "This train is reserved for quick time or fast pass or whatever. What was it called? Like check." There's some shit, quick queue or something like that. And
whatever the dumb name is.
Yeah. I started booing the people. Boo! We were waiting in line for one roller coaster, and the line was pretty bad. So we were looking. It's like, how much does it cost to get one of these fast passes? Because my mom was like, if we can't beat them, join them. We're getting so annoyed. It would have been $150 a pop.
You should have done what the University of Texas did.
Oh yeah. Throw beer. Apparently these kids are like getting in trouble for it now.
Yeah, they were like, we caught you on camera throwing trash. You were banned from going to games the rest of the season.
That's bullshit. I disagree with that.
And I think the SEC was like, you can't sell alcohol next game. And I think the University of Texas went, with what authority?
Yeah. Honestly, it's bullshit because those kids were correct.
Right.
That call was wrong. Everyone thought that call was wrong, and they were about to play normally until these kids started littering the field. So fuck them. These kids got it right. Fuck the officials.
Well, I think the SEC apologized for the officiating to Georgia after the game. I didn't see the whole game to know.
Should apologize to the country. that officiating was dog shit.
Rakeen is saying that the refs were doing everything to give Texas the power to win, and they still lost.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But that one pass interference call that would have benefited Georgia was blatantly wrong. But yes, Texas also got a lot of gift-wrapped penalties. That officiating was bad. Officiating in general is bad. The Steelers blocked an extra point, and I read today that they apologized to Mike Tomlin because they were like, yeah, that was legit. It's like, yeah, thanks, fuckers. So the Jets really should have only had 13 points. Was this pass interference? Hell no.
Boop.
No, the offensive player initiates contact.
I didn't think it was pass interference. But
no one thought it was, except the one asshole whose opinion mattered, I guess. Fucking zebra.
I mean, everything is going to be really. I'm glad that there's 12 teams in the playoffs this year because there is no way you could pick 4 right now.
Yeah. I wonder if TJ was impacted by this UT loss. You think
I
he
didn't-
shit?
They were fined $250,000 for fans throwing debris on the field, required to fine those who did so. So they're actually making Texas fine the people who threw the trash and be like, you're fucked. In other words.
I actually don't know.
Texas ain't gonna do that.
I don't know if Colorado. I think Colorado won this week because they were playing. They were playing Arizona, I think. So I think Colorado won. So that's all TJ will care about. I don't think he cares about this anymore.
You don't care about UT?
No, I think he was like, of course they lost. They're just break my heart. Like, he's just like more honest about UT, but it's the same thing that the Cowboys do to a degree.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't know. That's your alumni, man. If my college had a football team, I would care like a lot.
You care about the basketball team, like
Not really.
Oh, never mind.
I kind of do, but I mean, Shaka left, and when Shaka left, we've like,
To UT.
yeah, exactly. I don't even know where he is now. He's not at UT anymore, but yeah, that's right. He went to UT like similar around the same time I moved to Austin, like 10 years ago.
Shaka Smart.
Yeah, where's he at now?
Go ahead and find out. American Marquette.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He looks like Jason Kidd.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, he looks like a less abusive Jason Kidd. When I found out Jason Kidd was abusive, and I just looked at his face, and I was like, yeah, that checks. He just looks kind of mean.
Well, let me see what else I got.
He does, man.
You do.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit the intro now.
Who'd they lose to?
Tennessee.
That's right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Commitment to Mexcellence. No, Tommy will not be here today. Tommy is feeling sicky, but across we got
Not even sick. He says, I don't feel that great. I can hear him in my brain saying that. I don't feel so great. What does that mean? What does that mean? Hi, everybody. I'm
means I don't
Gertz.
feel that great, Gert.
Yeah. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? It means I don't feel great, Gertz. I'm Gertz. Hi, everybody.
Tommy is always sick in my head. Why do you think we punish him by eating
That's
healthy
true.
things?
Yeah, health food destroys him.
Trying to build this nigga's immune system.
Yeah. I've never seen a man recoil at the sight of carrots before I met Tommy.
There was something. What did we get? Beets. He was like, "What are beets?" Like,
like the band and Doug. yeah. Does Dre make those?
Why? What's that? He'll drink
Tommy
water.
is like, he's just faking because the Texans lost. Man, that dude did change his tone in that chat really fast.
Yeah. I kind of get it. But who are you, sir? You have not been introduced.
Hi.
Even me, the Strouds are his pride and joy.
Look, I get having knee-jerk reactions. Tommy was just too high on the Texans at the start of the season. I think we told him that.
Yeah, he's straight up said, like, you're going to call me a homer. CJ Stroud is the second best quarterback in the NFL.
It's like at that point we were like, he might be, but not yet. Like, we need to see more.
Well, at that point, he was pretty far from, like, he hadn't played a whole good season yet. I don't even think he's played a whole good season this season, really.
No, he has not. And that's when, yeah.
And I do think that one of the issues with CJ Stroud isn't actually even CJ Stroud. His offensive line, the Texans' offensive line, is terrible.
It's putrid. Yeah, it's really bad. Is Joe Mixon hurt again? Did I hear that?
Is Joe
He
Mixon?
played.
I know he
No,
played.
but did he get hurt that game? That's what he's asking.
Yeah.
Lamar might be the second best right now.
I mean, I think it's between him and Josh Allen right now. I know that's what TJ and I were arguing about on like the first episode.
I don't know.
And he hasn't thrown
I think
an interception this season yet.
Yeah.
Did the Bills lose this weekend?
No, they beat the shit out of the Titans.
Oh, that's right. It's
Yeah.
the Titans.
Yeah,
Okay.
they beat them like 31-10 or something.
Yeah, this
Mollywopping.
is definitely their rebuilding year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Will Levis still starting?
No.
Yeah,
no,
I thought he was.
Mason Rudolph.
Oh God. Oh Jesus. I mean,
Yeah, no.
he balled out his last year with us. I mean, he humiliated the Bengals, and that's a good note to go out on. But yeah, they're not going to do shit with him.
We'll have all great draft picks next year.
Yeah.
Well, not them, but the Browns legitimately feel like they got a little spring in their step now.
They literally celebrated a man getting injured, and I don't blame them. I don't think anyone should blame them.
I was about to ask, like, that's our first soft topic. Is it okay to celebrate somebody getting injured on the NFL field?
If they're a monster, yes. Yes. If they are a monster, yes. And Deshaun Watson is a monster. No one feels sorry for him. And if you do say you feel sorry for him, you're fucking lying. And if you genuinely feel sorry for him, you're probably a monster.
Well, Myles Garrett came out in his defense and was like, he's been an upstanding citizen ever since from college to now. And I was like, are you sure?
Was it
about-
Myles Garrett or Jameis, or did they both? Because I heard Jameis made a statement too.
I thought it was Myles Garrett.
Yeah. Jameis was like, yeah, Jameis said this man has had the whole world against him. He had the temerity to paint Deshaun Watson as a victim.
Oh my God.
A millionaire victim who got hurt doing his job.
Ricardo was saying this both.
They both did. I mean, they don't mean that shit.
He's an outstanding citizen.
Yeah, he's an outstanding citizen with dozens of civil suits against him for being a predator.
Well, no,
Literally
he
two
settled-
dozens.
He settled one of those suits not too long ago.
Oh, okay.
I think the most recent one he settled, I do believe. So, yeah, sometimes they always trying to keep a good man down.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
He's done a lot for the black community.
Especially if you were there. If you were at the stadium.
I was at the massage parlor.
If you paid money to go to that game and you saw this predatory man get injured, I think you're allowed to clap. I think you are. I'm sorry, but football tickets are expensive, and I do not blame fans for being happy that he is done for the season.
Aren't they trying to build a new stadium for Cleveland too?
The owner said something about that.
I thought that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. you haven't done anything worth building a new stadium. So
Yeah.
what are we doing?
You should galvanize, excitement.
Yeah.
Teams always fucking try to leverage, like, hey, we'll leave if you don't buy us a new stadium. And I think it's always been one of the worst things. It's just like, we'll give you millions in tax breaks.
The Ontario Browns.
This wasn't like a situation. This wasn't like when Kevin Durant tore his Achilles and some Raptors fans cheered. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I think that's Bush League, and that was shitty. His own fan base was cheering that he got hurt.
Well, I think they were just cheering not because he's a monster, but because they've been having a really shitty season
With him.
and I think that they're regretting signing him that awful contract.
Yes.
And so now it's like, yeah, we need to usher in a new quarterback at this point because Deshaun hasn't really proven
You will look
himself.
the other way if they bring a ring or two once in a while. Sadly, most of the time is how it works.
Yeah, if he was playing well, they wouldn't care. I'm coming at it from the point of view of this guy's a piece of shit. So he's a piece of shit that is robbing a franchise and by extension, kind of robbing the fans.
Is he robbing the fans if they willingly give him that contract?
The fans didn't have a say in the contract.
Fair, but
They're not going to not root for their team.
I'm pretty sure when they signed that contract, probably the vast majority of them were happy that he was there.
Yeah, they were.
I wouldn't say the majority, because I'm the only one with Browns fans friends.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, Baker just want to... No, at that point, Baker had that really bad season where they made him play injured for most of the season. And they were just kind of like, not like this because they were like the scrappy team.
Yeah.
And then
that arc switched real fast.
Yeah.
They went from being like the lovable underdog to the villains of the NFL very quickly.
and then the Lions stepped up to fill up that little brother slot so well.
Yeah. Now they're big brother to a lot of teams. I mean, as someone who is a fan of a team that had a morally problematic quarterback, I think
We are about to actually talk a lot about some of those people in here in a little bit.
Yeah. I think you're right that if he played well, a lot of fans would just turn the other way.
Yeah.
I never was, and I know a handful of other Steelers fans, we never really forgave that guy for being a piece of shit. And when he did get sacked, a lot of times I was just like, yeah, serves you right. Fat asshole. So I think there are Browns fans that probably have the same mentality. I have no problem. I have no problem with fans cheering with him getting hurt. None.
Well, I don't know whether to stay with. You know what? I'll just stay with the Browns for right now. I've never actually heard Jameis Winston mic'd up before. He kind of reminded me of like the Falcon, like with his dialogue throughout the way that he was talking.
Yeah. Yes. Hello.
What's up, sir?
Good to see
I like
you.
your helmet look. That's a good look.
Thank
for
you. I'm into motorcycles, so I'm going for the biker look. Hey, Ray, welcome to the NFL, man. You gotta love it, right? Dominate, boy. You look good, you play good, you feel good, all right? Where my dogs at? Put my B-R-O-W-N. That's that.
It sounded a little bit like he was struggling to spell Browns. Like he was forgetting. It's a long thing.
He's been on
It's
a
not
lot of teams. N-E-W. Oh, shit.
Well, it doesn't work when your team is longer than 3 letters, I feel like.
Yeah.
It works when it's like G-E-T, Jets. It doesn't work when it's B, like if it was Cardinals.
Yeah.
C-A-R-D.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he looked like he was out there having fun.
He's just happy to get another chance,
All we can
I
control is
think.
how we set it off.
Yeah.
I got you, coach. I got you.
I mean, honestly, if he played in that game, I think they win.
Yeah.
He did not play in that Bengals game, and the Bengals got one of their touchdowns on a fucking kick return
Yeah, I saw that.
because the Bengals are trash.
Sorry for what I'm about to say, but that man has not cleared any level above 4th grade.
I mean, yeah, I don't know a ton about Jameis other than he's made questionable decisions on the football field. Tommy was the one who told me that he stole crab legs.
He did still crap legs.
He was the one that. No, I forgot. I'm not going to talk about it because I was wrong last time. But I got Jameis and Cam Newton confused last time on the Aaron Hernandez show. I forgot which one because they're both in the same kind of league for me, where it's just like great in college didn't just translate to the NFL very well.
Yeah, I mean, I know he won an MVP that year and got to the Super Bowl, but the thing everyone remembers is when he didn't jump on that fumble during the Super Bowl. Everyone's like, oh, "What? You're not coming back here. Most guys don't." What are you doing?
Well, our second soft topic for today actually involves questionable. Well, I'm not here to tell people how to vote. I don't really care. I know that's not the mindset that everybody else on this podcast will have, but mine is just like, whoever you vote for is your own thing. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Endorsing and coming out like heavy for someone is something else, though. That is a different kind of thing. So apparently Trump was in Pittsburgh this weekend.
He was at the game.
Yeah.
He's at the game. I don't know who invited him. It's weird because I know like Pennsylvania's a swing state, and I'm not gonna I'm not stupid. I know there are a lot of people in Pennsylvania that vote for Trump, but do you think he was there to root for the Steelers?
Fuck no. He would try to buy the Jets.
Yeah, get the fuck out then. Who the fuck let him in there? I wish the Rooneys kicked him out.
I'm here to talk about this from like just a media standpoint kind of thing, like the way that it worked. Because I mean, I'm not a big fan of Kamala's campaign because she's basically running the Hillary 2016 campaign of like, I just won't be out there. Like, I'm gonna let Beyonce and everybody else cheer for me, kind of thing. But Trump has been doing some fucking weird things this fucking
Yes, he
month.
has. Yeah.
Like working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And then it was funny when he did this rally in Pittsburgh, and they were like, "Oh, Antonio Brown came out and did his speech."
Yeah, that's someone that most people want to distance themselves from Antonio Brown, like to the point where they don't, they cut him and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was, I just saw photos of it. I wasn't aware of anything beyond that, but I saw photos and I was like, that tracks. That's something that Antonio Brown would do. I'm not that shocked.
Well, outside of that, because I didn't actually pay attention to the rally, I was just surprised that of all people, Le'Veon Bell came out in support of Donald Trump.
Yeah, I don't. That one I'm a little like, about.
I mean, because he was a running back, and as far as I know,
Yeah.
they don't have personalities most of the time. Outside of Marshawn Lynch, like it's just kind of like the rest of them, like, yes, coach, I will run.
Le'Veon, yeah. Le'Veon was great, but then he held out because we didn't want to pay him. Then he got fat, and then he stunk. I mean,
Then he went to the Jets, ironically.
yes,
so
he did. Yep. So I don't know. He doesn't have like the track record of charges that Antonio Brown has. I don't think he's engaged in a quarter or a fraction of the insanity.
Well, yeah, I don't know what Le'Veon's last play is.
Yeah.
But I know it didn't involve taking off his shoulder pads and
No.
putting the deuces out to the.
No. If you look at Antonio Brown's history, dude, it reads like a script from like a Gremlins movie. It's just cartoonish, outlandish, violent, but also like clownish and comedic at the same time. But he's not in on the joke. It's bizarre.
Well, I mean, I didn't pay too much attention because I'm not the biggest Steelers fans, but I've always heard that helmet hit to the head is basically what turned him into a gremlin.
People, that and the perfect hit, Devonta's perfect hit.
Yeah.
Really, people have that theory. I'm willing to bet he was always kind of off. Because I think Mike Tomlin has definitely alluded to, like, dude, if you knew half of the shit that we've put up with in this locker room with Antonio Brown here, yeah, dude's a straight up clown.
Man, Antonio Brown's post-NFL career has somehow been weirder.
Yeah, I know he doesn't even have, like, his Twitter is not him. I read that on Reddit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that like it's still like his account, but he just like sold it to somebody and like, yeah, like here's my login, just whatever. Because that Twitter account's very funny.
I was about to say that's like a money thing that almost anyone, like if Troy Aikman sells his Twitter tomorrow. I'm still not gay, Skip Bayless.
Yeah, you see Troy just start posting cat videos and shit. No, because he doesn't strike me as a cat guy.
But yeah, no, I just thought it was weird that of all the things, and they're probably the people. And then I saw somebody tweet out, and I was just like, "You're being such a bitch right now."
Yeah.
It was like, why did they only show Trump once, but anytime Taylor Swift is at a game, they show her 4 or 5 times?
Because she has talent, and she's associated with a very successful team and a Hall of Fame player. Trump was there for a rally, and if he's not there to root for the Steelers, get the fuck out. And that has nothing to do
I think
with...
he waved the towel, but he waved it like this.
He waved it incorrectly. Take that shit away from him, man. Look, I'm willing to set aside politics in the context of a sporting event, just like, because, sports is a unifier. I don't want politics being... I don't want them being divisive in sports, but... Man, if just using a fucking game as, I don't know, like a political strategy, I don't know.
Well, like, it's one thing to be like, oh, I wish Donald Trump was dead. Like, a lot of people would be like, hey, don't say that politics. But, like, every bar I go to, they're wishing a quarterback dead every...
I guess my point is, if he was genuinely a Steelers fan or a Jets fan, I would not care that he was there. Regardless, I mean, I personally... don't like him at all. I detest him. But I would not care if he was like there because he likes one of the teams. But he wasn't there for that. So I mean, get the fuck out of here. Fuck off. It's a weird game for him to be at. No one was excited to watch that game.
I forgot. Well, it was the Sunday night highlight, so I guess
Why do they keep giving us primetime games? Why do they keep giving the Steelers primetime games? Why? I
You
mean,
have one next week?
I think we do.
I think you have the Monday night game.
Yeah, we do. Against the Giants.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Giants.
Yeah, because somebody made the joke about trading Devontae to the Giants.
Yes.
So they can lose to the Steelers 3 times in a row.
I'd love to see it. Because apparently he can't do shit against us, whether he's on IR or actually taking snaps. Because, we shut his ass down.
So there's 2 weird plays that I just kind of want to show off. Both are in college, because college is where you can be a little bit more experimental. Just wanted to see what you thought about this first one.
Yeah. You're allowed to do that?
They're not set. It's technically legal.
Oh, wow, okay. And I like it. If it's legal, I like it. I've never seen it before, but I mean, if I was on the other side of the ball, I'd be like, "What the fuck?" And I'm sure that's the point.
Just stand up, put your hands on your hip.
Yeah. I'm surprised no one on the defense was just like, if you're allowed to do it, go for it. Dude.
And then here's the next one. This one is from this week. I actually, at this point, me and Jordan had actually met up.
Yeah.
We just hung out at Pint House for a little bit. And at first, I really hated the helmets that Illinois had, but they kind of grew on me. I didn't know each helmet was hand-painted.
Oh, is this the one where it looked like leather helmets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought these looked cool. My dad showed them to me. Because I did not see this game, but he was like, "Oh, did you see these?"
Well, I think they're in the top 10 now.
Jitterbug.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a really good paint job.
Duke the Ronin hated these helmets.
What? Why?
I thought they looked weird, but they eventually grew on me. I did like them a little bit.
Yeah, I like them.
Very interesting choice.
Yeah, are you not a fan?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, sure. It doesn't look. I mean, the helmets look racist.
They do resemble that from a Begon era, an era that people get uncomfortable talking about.
Surprisingly, Illinois is good this year.
Yeah, I was gonna look up where they are.
What's that coach that used to coach for Wisconsin?
Oh, I don't know.
Starts with a B. His last name starts with a B. He's their coach now. I was like, oh well, I think he's showing why he should have stayed at Wisconsin. But Illinois is actually a pretty damn good team. Like, I don't give a damn about Army and Navy.
Georgia,
like, that's,
Tennessee, Alabama, Indiana. Last week, 16. Yeah, they were moving up.
am I the only one that don't care about Navy and
It's just a
Army.
funny story.
They're both undefeated, right?
they're both undefeated? And it's just like, it's going to make the Army Navy game interesting this year.
Yeah.
They
Everybody
might play
flipping
each other
channel.
two weeks in a row. Is how it works.
Oh shit!
I'm always just like, this is just my dumb lizard brain. Anytime I see Army and Navy play, I just expect someone to get shot. And I'm always disappointed when no one does. I'm turning on an Army game, and I'm just like, I expect, like,
That has to be the most secure game to be at. Out of any places, that would be the most secure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really care about those two teams being undefeated. That is not a Rudy special story, okay?
Does SEAL Team 6 have a football team?
They would just probably be part of Navy. So I was going down the list, and I saw BYU is ranked number 7. I had no idea their stadium was this fucking pretty.
Oh, that is gorgeous. That's awesome looking. That doesn't even look real.
No, it's
pretty
like
it is.
legit in the mountainside and stuff. And then
Yeah.
I bet it looks great.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Of course, BYU is Normans. Mormons, sorry, Mormons. No, but yeah, BYU number 7. Ew.
Indiana Hoosiers, number 11.
Ew.
How did Notre Dame get back here? Put them away. Pittsburgh Panthers.
Ah, yeah. I was going to say, when are they going to get ranked? I knew they were undefeated. My sister
14.
went there.
Kansas State Wildcats, they're the ones that beat.
Bama's still up. Where's Texas now?
They're like
7
5.
or 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is Right where they should be.
Dude.
But they play number 25 this week, so.
Then they should mollywop.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, Vanderbilt beat Alabama, so I wouldn't. This is their 6.
Ewers looked like shit. I don't know anything about him, but you can't spell Ewers without ew. And that's what he looked like. Ew.
Man.
Ew.
Let me see if I can find the picture of the quarterbacks. Because there was a picture of them on the sidelines after playing Georgia that it was like, oh man, Arch already mastered that the blank Eli look.
Oh, yeah. I did see this, yeah. Yeah, the face of a man who's just astonished to be where he is.
I don't think I'm going to find it. But yeah, no, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But to go back to Illinois real quick, here's a really interesting fake that they ran this week.
Maj Morgan waits on the punt from Hugh Robertson. Whoop, that's a fake.
That's great. I love that. That's awesome.
Back in the day, Miami ran that.
Oh, really?
Where they were snap it to someone else, and that person would actually run like a little sweep.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so that's a very interesting play.
Did they do
Smart
the same
play.
thing when they acted like the snap was bungled?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a fake. And it's Arkin to tight end, and he's rumbling. Arkin.
Oh, just that helmet, man. That was worse as them fucking Guardian helmets.
I was just about to say, I think Tua will wear one of these.
It's mandatory for him at this point to wear it.
Actually.
Safety mask on, first of all, though. You got a mask right there.
Because that's for doing dangerous shit. This isn't fucking dangerous at all.
Safety mask on, first of all.
Yeah, why are they not making him do that?
He's refusing to do it.
Oh, my God. He's the anti-vaxxer of concussions. I swear to Christ. My head, my choice. We've seen your choices.
Not CTE autonomy.
What? Personal choice.
That was a personal choice. To headbutt DeMar Hamlin in the chest. A man who has a very notable history of chest problems.
Hey, anything to protect his chest, man. He just stood up.
Yeah. If you were curious who would win between DeMar Hamlin's heart and Tua's brain, now we know. DeMar Hamlin's heart beat the shit out of Tua's brain.
Right. But just wear the helmet, man. If he gets another CTE, it's done. They're gonna be like, "You're
I don't
not
think
going
he
back on
should
that
come back
field."
this season.
I don't think he should come back at all. I don't want to watch him play football anymore.
Damn, you're on the Tommy train now.
I am. He got the bag because Tommy. Well, here's where Tommy was wrong. He had that stance before Tua got that contract.
Yeah.
So now that he has secured generational wealth, fucking just stop.
Yeah.
I don't want to tune in to watch Tua play football anymore. I don't think I'm alone in saying that. I don't want to watch him just destroy himself like that. It's not a freak occurrence anymore.
But it's a choice. His body, his choice.
I mean, at some point, I've heard people say, like, he should be allowed to play if he wants to. I disagree. I think the NFL should just come in and say, you're bad for our product.
That's the reason
out.
why I think they should make for him. If you have more than 3 concussions in your entire career, then you should be mandatory to wear that Guardian helmet. If you refuse to do so, we're going to fine you.
Yeah.
Simple.
I agree. And they should fine you a lot.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like 250,000.
Sally Streams broke this for me. Tua Tagovailoa to return to practice. Vows to play smart.
What does that
He's
even mean?
eyeing a return this week.
Man, he looks like he has a concussion in that picture. Come on. I mean, it might just be an unflattering picture, but wear a Guardian helmet.
Just do it. It's not bad.
I forgot. I think he was a Steelers player, but he was like, I'm wearing a Guardian helmet just so people can think it's cool. It's not working because he was like a guard or something, but still, it's probably better.
Yeah. Yeah. Eventually, everyone's going to have to wear them. I mean, it's a
matter of time, yeah.
Yeah, it's a safer football helmet. I guess they're just going to make everyone wear. I forget who it was, but I remember it was one game. It took me like a good 15 minutes to realize one of the players even was wearing one. Eventually, just forget. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just looks like a
Because
slightly
they
bigger
don't
helmet.
stick out as much as they do during preseason when it's just like a white cap, on a white condom on top of everything.
Yeah. And it's like, why? I just don't get it. I mean, and someone like Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he already looks like the great Gazoo when he's got his helmet. His helmet's huge. Marvin the Martian looking ass. So it's not like it's like, oh, it makes me look like a doofus. It's like you already do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you'll be safe on that field looking like a doofus.
How about this, Tua? How about you don't wear pads at all then? Take off the shoulder pads then.
Was it a Washington player? Maybe it could be. Then I don't. The funny thing is, I'm paying more attention to Washington now. I mean, for you guys that don't know, because you're not in our sports chat, which why would you be? There's only 5 of us in there. TJ was trying to declare that he was a Commanders fan.
Yeah, fuck that. No, you don't get to be a Commanders fan. No, absolutely not.
Going to a team in your own division is stinky.
Yeah. Unless if it's under the guy, it's like, look, I will never say I'm a Ravens fan, but I've been consistent with, like, I have a respect for that team and that organization. They're a well-run
Absolutely
organization.
not. Banned.
But for TJ's doing that because the Cowboys suck. They suck. We lost to them, but they suck.
Stick with your own dumpster fire.
Yeah. I
mean, I did see, funnily enough, that if the playoffs were today, like everyone in the NFC North is getting in.
Yeah. And I mean, because the NFC West, only one team's going to get in there.
Yeah.
Who's in the NFC West?
It's the Seahawks, the Niners, the Cardinals, and the Rams.
Oh, yeah, the Seahawks going to get in there.
Yeah. The Niners are beat to shit. The Cardinals are bad, and the Rams are beat to shit. And then the Seahawks are okay. So they're decent. And that's good enough to get in the playoffs.
The Cardinals are being sneaky good, though, once in a while. It's weird.
Yeah. They beat the Chargers, pulled some Charger shit. I didn't watch that whole game because
I didn't either. It was late.
And it was on ESPN Plus because they hate people, I guess. But I watched some highlights, or I should say lowlights. Man, they could not hold on to that fucking ball at all. They had like 2 touchdowns that they got taken away because someone just punched the ball out. Hold on to the ball. You get paid to play football, and the football is in your hands.
Right.
Hold on to that shit.
Kyler Murray gets unlimited COD points for 72 hours. I forgot the new Call of Duty did drop last week, though. And he won.
He won in Call of Duty?
No, like he won, and then he went home to go play Call of Duty.
Then he won Call of Duty, too. The game must not be that good, then, if he's winning football games.
And happy anniversary, Bat G, and congrats to you and your lovely wife.
Congrats.
Joey Bear, I've been saying that. Post 96, the Cowboys ain't been shit.
I mean,
they've had a couple good years, but it's really like 2 or 3 good years in like 30 years.
They've won a playoff game more recently than the Steelers, but so has everyone else, except the Bears.
Which then that might happen this year.
That might.
I'm actually still not on the Bears train.
I'm not either. Because they've just their last 2 wins were against really bad teams.
But then I look at the Cardinals and I said, man, the Cardinals look better than their record.
They do.
Yeah.
Like they have I would say complete squad, but they have a really dangerous squad. I mean, they have good running back, decent receivers, including Marvin Harrison Jr. You got a pretty good defense too. So I think that they're better than their record. I think they might sneak in the playoffs. Maybe.
If
it would just take a little bit of derailment from the teams that are being good right now. That's the only thing.
You saw the Bucks last night.
Oh, they're done.
You think they're done now?
Yes.
Wait. They're both tied with the Atlanta Falcons as 3-3.
They're
4-3. Excuse me.
They lost Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. They are done.
Really? They lost
for
Godwin?
the season?
Yes, Godwin's out for the season. He dislocated his ankle.
Oh.
Yeah, he's out for the season, and Mike Evans hurt his hamstring. So he might be back in 2 weeks. Not Mike Evans, but Godwin's out. I think they're done.
Yeah.
Without them, like I saw, it was a meme. It was like Baker Mayfield without Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. It was just him in the Carolina Panthers uniform. It's like, ooh, that hurts. But yeah, I think they're done. I think
They never had a running game, but
I mean, they did against the Ravens last night, but the Ravens' defense is not that good this year.
It really isn't.
Which is weird.
Because the previous game before, they gave up 38 points. So, no, I don't think the Ravens' defense is legit. But
No.
look, they're finally running that ball with Derrick Henry.
Took them long
Took them long enough. But they're finally running the ball with him. So, good for them. But I still, if it came down to it and they played the Chiefs again, I would still pick the Chiefs
Oh, yeah.
to beat the Ravens.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would pick the Chiefs to beat, I think, just about everybody right now. Because they just situationally, they always do the right
Defensively,
thing.
it just looks.
Yeah.
But I've liked Spagnuolo for quite a long time, even when he was with the Giants. You know, he's a good. He's not a good head coach, but he's a good defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I've said that about a lot of people. I think that some people shouldn't be head coaches, but they're great coordinators. So
Yeah. Robert Saleh.
Robert Saleh, he's a great coordinator, but he's a lot. But you know what's so crazy? He won that locker room.
He did, but so did Antonio Pierce. And he stinks.
He's not. Well, this is the rebuilding year. You know,
Yeah, but
part 2.
there are certain things that you should not do as a head coach.
What?
Like when one of your
Sleep
players,
with your wives?
like when your best player is, there's a story about him wanting a trade and you like it on Instagram. Probably shouldn't do that. Probably shouldn't do that.
Get your bald headed ass off of social media. What the fuck is you doing?
When you call the whole team soft, probably shouldn't do that. Like at a press conference. I know the Patriots coach.
I was about to say the
too.
Patriots coach just did that this week.
He probably shouldn't do that because he's a bad coach too.
Well, he's still relatively new, so I don't necessarily know how good are the Patriots technically.
There's like, I think like there are examples of like bad teams with good coaches. I heard someone say this where they said Dan Campbell early on as like his first year as the Lions head coach, he was not good as a head coach. And I was like, I completely disagree. That roster was ass his first year there.
Yeah.
And they always competed. Always. That was a team that had like their roster was terrible and they always were in games.
Yeah.
Like the Patriots aren't in games.
No.
The Raiders just got blown out by the Steelers, and the Steelers' offense before Russell Wilson showed up was awful.
But my general question is, how long is a rebuilding process?
You get
Is
a
that
year.
1 year? You get a year?
I think you got a year, and then after that, you need to be like around 500 after that.
True.
I think
Progress.
Yes.
Tracking progress.
Like,
Metrics.
I think the Lions are the gold standard right now for how to do a rebuild. His
Absolutely.
First year there, they were like, I think like 3-13 or something.
I mean,
under
nobody was
Campbell.
talking about Detroit more than mom spaghetti.
Yeah. And then his next year they went 9-7, I think. And then the next
They
year
exploded.
they almost go to the Super Bowl.
How weird is that
But
to see Lions track upwards
yeah.
and 49ers are tracking backwards?
The Super Bowl
And don't
hangovers.
you start, first of all, we're going to set the parameters. Don't you start with Kyle Shanahan, okay? No, you do not.
You just asked me, name a math problem where we get to 4, but I can't use the number 2.
I mean,
Kyle Shanahanigans at it again. Guy's an idiot. He's an idiot as a head coach. He knows how to draw up plays.
But how do you track that? So is going to the Super Bowl and losing a curse?
I think blowing leads is a sign of bad coaching.
well, I've always heard that most teams that, I mean, the 49ers are actually the exception to the rule, but most teams that lose don't go back.
yeah, the Super Bowl hangover is real.
Like the,
I should know.
Yeah.
well, you went consecutively a lot in the OOs, didn't you? Like, you just never won it.
We've never been consecutive in anything.
Oh. Well, at least you're in a better place than the Bengals.
Which we play next week.
You better mollywop that piece of shit team. Yeah. You better mollywop that team. If you don't, then you need to fire your coach. It's weird. I don't know if there was.
You've been saying that for a month now. Like, oh man, if the Eagles lose this week, they better fire their coach.
Yes, he's weird because I don't think there's a coach with a better resume who deserves to be so fired. You know what I mean? I think everyone agrees like he should probably be fired, but his resume is damn good. He's gotten to the playoffs every year. They got to the Super Bowl
once.
Yeah. And then they got back to the playoffs the year after they lost the Super Bowl. Granted, they got humiliated, but most teams don't do that.
I don't know how to gauge this because I'm not an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
But are they coached really well, or are they not coached very well? And it's really they're drafting really well and recruiting really well. Because every time in the offseason, my phone goes off with NFL news. It's somehow the Eagles got DeAndre Swift.
Their GM is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Howie's awesome.
Great.
That corner everyone wanted, he's an Eagle now.
Yes. Yeah. A big thing for me is, like, what does the head coach do?
Yeah.
In each specific instance. What does Nick Sirianni do?
Talk shit to the fans.
That's why, like, when they fired Robert Saleh, I was like, I'm on board with this. What does he do? He doesn't call the defense. So what does he do?
So I've seen a lot of memes this week that it's just like Robert Saleh just home, like relaxing on his money after the Jets being worse without him.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could argue that the interim head coach, who is still calling the defense, he was calling the defense before, but now he has to do more than just that. So people have said, well, that's why their defense has taken a step back. It's like, that's true, I think.
Unfortunately.
But that doesn't mean Robert Saleh was doing a good job of the things that this defensive coordinator is now saddled with doing. It doesn't mean that at all. So, I mean, he was clearly a bad head coach. I mean, I was harping on it early in the season. Like, what does Mike Tomlin do? Now Mike Tomlin's made me shut the fuck up because that decision to start Russ. Yes. That decision to start Russ ended up being the right call. And I think everyone was opposed to it.
Well, he's just rusty.
He looked awful.
Yeah, he looked rusty.
No,
in the
saying
first
that
half.
is an insult to rust. He looked like, vaporized.
I mean, he is a dude that, like, legitimately couldn't even practice for a couple weeks this month.
That's true. I think, but now, I mean, Mike Tomlin, I think he answered that question because that was my big thing. It's like, what does he do? He doesn't call the defense.
Oh, my God. Can I just say, watching that Eagles game, I know it's against the Giants, who are basically playing like a giant dog poo at this point, but I have been literally getting on that defense for why are we not getting any pressure on the quarterbacks? And now it's like we dialed up our blitzes. We're blitzing a lot more. We're putting a lot of pressure on these quarterbacks a lot more. Look, we probably have one of the best fronts in the league.
Yes.
And our secondary is actually pretty damn good too. Our rookie corners, from Quinyon Mitchell to Ringo to, he always gets hurt. He's like paper mache. But Darius Slay, you know, we got C.J. Gardner back there, Blankenship playing well. So I mean, our defense looks like a legitimate defense. We know how to play. We just have to be consistent. But I'm just so happy that our defense looks better than what it should have been in the beginning of the season. Also, just kind of, Dijon, just letting him just roam all around that field on the when it comes to blitzes. But also, one of the things that I noticed about the Eagles is that if we just run the ball a lot more, that would just kind of change a lot of that. Because seeing Saquon run it down his former team's throat made my heart warm. Because that's what they should have done. But I think he's proven to the Giants that y'all didn't know how to use me.
Oh, yeah.
I was behind a trash offensive line, and now you're seeing what I'm capable of doing with a good offensive line. And then on top of that, besides Saquon, I think A.J. Brown has proven to be like top 5 receiver in the league. Like, he threw that ball up on, 4th and 3?
Yeah.
and literally just outran. AJ Brown is like Anquan Bolden. You remember him?
No.
He came from Florida State. He was like a really big, stout
remember him.
wide receiver. He's just strong as shit and not as fast, but quick step and he's gone. You know, so I'm just happy that look, our offense needs to run the ball more, and I think Kellen Moore realizes that.
I forgot he was your OC.
Yeah, he is.
Straight up pillage from the Cowboys.
NFC East is so weird.
It is very weird.
It's the Lannister division. It's so weird. Everyone's fucking their sister.
I think, and I may be wrong. Cliff is like the only new coach in that area.
Yeah. And he's weirded out.
Yeah, he's the OC in Washington.
Jaden Daniels got hurt.
Jaden Daniels got hurt.
Yeah. What's his
Marcus Mariota
situation? I mean, you wouldn't have known it.
I didn't, because when I saw Marcus Mariota, I said he has to be hurt.
Yeah.
There's no way in the world this guy just disappears and they bring in Marcus Mariota because they're like, yeah, we're gonna make you rest, okay, guy,
Yeah.
you're good.
We're not gonna take any chances. We don't need you. You're that's
Jaden
like bringing a
Daniels.
bazooka to a knife fight. We don't need that.
Jaden Daniels' injury is week to week, according to Dan Quinn.
Yeah, it's a shame. He is skinny, so when he gets hit, I'm like, ooh.
Well, I saw a montage of Jaden Daniels getting hit in college, and I was just kind of like, that dude has already been through the ringer kind of thing.
Did he get injured a lot in college?
I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, I don't doubt his toughness. It's just physics. You know what I mean? Jesus. Ooh. Oh, fuck. He got both feet off the ground with that. Jesus Christ.
LSU, I don't think, was very good the last couple of years.
Got suplex. I don't even think you're allowed to do that in football anymore.
Well, in college, that's why people like it a little bit more. Also, 1 foot inbounds kind of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, Jesus. Sit your skinny ass down.
That's what you should be advising to eat more meat.
Yeah, what does he eat? Is he vegan?
Oh, my God.
I don't know if he's vegan.
He's built like a vegan.
He went to LSU. There ain't no way he left that school vegan.
I don't know.
I heard it's a progressive school.
Oh, man, yeah. These Gen
They got a tiger, don't you know?
Yeah, a tiger in a swamp. These Gen Zers, man. They're like, oh.
Built like Slender Man.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I only eat spring mix and parsley. Yo, man, you gotta eat some meat.
Not spring mix.
He definitely eats meat.
Okay. Well, he needs to eat more. All I see is salmon.
I mean, that's meat.
It is.
I'm not going to click on the whole video to see what he eats an entire day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I eat steak.
It's like, you get some chicken in there, man. Some turkey, some poultry.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of beef every now and then. Like, you can get lean beef.
So, I don't know if this is Fox's Paramount's advertising or what, but the Lions have decided their running backs are named Sonic and Knuckles.
I saw this. They themselves.
It's very eye roll worthy, definitely.
Yeah, it is. But it's corny in a way that's endearing. It definitely, like, when I heard this, I was like, yeah, I'm a lot older than these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are straight up referencing Sonic Adventure.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's like that's some shit like some 20-year-olds would say. I mean, how old is David Montgomery? 24?
He's like 24, 26.
Yeah.
Like, he is not old.
Yeah, yeah. So when I heard that, I mean, it made me laugh. And I like the classic Sonic games a lot, but then it definitely made me go like, yeah, I'm at that point now where, like, I look at professional athletes and I'm like, oh, you're kids.
Well, it's kind of funny because now that like we're approaching 40 or whatever, and then it's just like, I mean, Tommy will straight up say it. If a running back is approaching 29, it's like the red dot going off. It's like, yeah, Tom, you're too old, man. You're too old.
Yep. It's like Blade Runner. I want more life. Tough shit. Shouldn't have been a running back then. What's this? I think they misspelled team.
Oh, I was like, is Calamity from Tuscaloosa?
I watched my college football team lose 78-0 once. I have endured far worse.
But, I mean, the nicknames fit. Gibbs is fast as shit, and Montgomery bowls people over.
Yeah.
I like the Lions a lot. They're my backup team this year.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
If the Steelers can't win it, I want the Lions to win it. And if the Lions can't win it, then I don't know. I'll just be mad.
The 49ers?
I'm not rooting for the Niners. I'm not rooting for that team. I wasn't even rooting for them last year. I like Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy threw football at an offensive lineman today. Sunday. That was the only game that I fully watched all the way through.
It was
He
ugly.
looked a mess.
So did Patrick Mahomes through a lot of it. I mean,
He did throw a lot of interceptions, but I felt like,
He had
what does Patrick Mahomes have now? Because he was willing that team forward sometimes.
he's one of the, like, this year people are like will say he's not that good, blah blah blah. His stats are bad. There's no getting around that. But snap to snap, I'm like, dude, he just does what you have to do in that situation to win. Like, situationally, he always does the right thing.
And is winning with no Pacheco.
Yeah.
They lost Hollywood Brown. Then they lost Rashid Rice. Then they got Juju Smith-Schuster from somewhere.
Which is a minus. That is subtraction by addition.
That's a step back.
And and not only that, he injured his best wide receiver.
Yes.
The quarterback injured the best wide receiver.
But what's his name that they just got for the running back?
Oh, Kareem Hunt's back.
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
Kareem Hunt looks good.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt doing well makes Jerry look foolish for not even giving him a call.
Yep. Jerry's looked foolish all year.
This is a bad year for Jerry.
Yeah.
They made him cry on his birthday.
Oh, boo fuckity hoo. Why don't you wipe your tears with your dirty oil money, you fucking piece of shit? Fuck Jerry Jones.
But you know, for some odd reason, I think the Cowboys will still make the playoffs this year.
I don't think they will.
I don't think so. I think
something just tells me they're going to find a way to get in.
I think that we have seen the last of TJ till like January.
TJ and Tommy are getting mollywopped in pick'ems. Tommy didn't even pick.
Tommy didn't even pick this week.
He was here.
Well, he said he selected it, but didn't save. I said, that's what happens when you have that jitterbug phone.
I sat here next to him as he was making his picks.
He was betrayed by Cricket, bro. Don't know what to tell you.
As his provider.
I don't think so.
Oh man. The fact that you said it in the group chat, and I was like, "Don't tell him." I mean, you're right. He didn't. But he was just talking to you in there.
Yeah. I was like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah.
But that's how Tommy does. Tommy and Sam are on the same wavelength. Where they'll drop in, make their comments, and they're gone for the day. It's like I punched my card. I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sammy goes in. It's like the Raiders still suck. What are you complaining about, Gertz?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that first half when we were losing to the Jets, for half of that game. Mm-hmm. That's why I was furious.
Man, some people out there thought the Jets were Super Bowl contenders.
Well, those people,
no one on this podcast did.
No, I think we all agreed that, like, didn't we put them in like C maybe?
Yeah,
initially?
we put them there.
I was like, I think they'll get 7 or 8 wins, and now I think they're worse.
Who?
The Jets.
They're worse than they were last year. They're worse.
Their defense is a little out of sorts now.
I always thought their defense was a little overrated because the whole thing.
Sauce Gardner gets a lot of interceptions.
He does, but it's one of those things where it's like, oh, teams don't put up a lot of points against them. Yeah, because they don't have to. Yeah. You don't always have to play to score; just play to win. The Chiefs are a good example.
Very
of that.
good at playing to win.
Same thing with the Steelers. As someone who is the fan of a team whose defense legitimately wins games,
they would like kill for 8 wins this year, fam.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I'm a Rich Eisen fan. Every time he talks about the Jets, I just want to tell him, like, dude, stop. I feel like I'm listening to a flat earther. Like, stop.
You know who actually looked like a legitimate Super Bowl team? The Jaguars.
They actually
Not have fun.
You know, I will say in the Jaguars' defense, I understand they just played the Patriots. They finally have a running back in Big B, I think is his name, and they have a wide receiver now. Like, they're getting things in motion. It's not going to be enough motion to do things, but it's like, hey, it's pretty good.
They're going to do just well enough to wait till the end of the season before they fire their head coach.
Doug
The
Peterson.
Jags. They're going to fire Dougie P by the end of the season. Probably right as the season's over. I think they'll keep him for the rest of the season, then fire him.
Yeah. And then they'll hire the former Tigers
Vrabel?
coach. Yeah.
I don't want him to go there. I don't want one that's incestuous, and that's the NFC East thing.
He's going to make them so much better.
I mean, he would make them better, but
He'd probably make Trevor Lawrence cry.
which I'd be fine with. I'd be down for seeing some Trevor tears.
But I truly believe that the Jags are going to go far this year.
Well, on to Gertz's background team, because I never got to play this clip.
Ah.
As the fullback.
Yeah.
Off the right. Here's Giggs. There he goes. Needs a block. He's in.
Grit bonus.
That was a good jump cut.
That was a good edit. They just needed the music in there.
Josh Baer himself made it. I found the dude so I can give him credit.
It's just missing Green Hill Zone in the background.
Whoa, calm down there, bud. We make the Panthers look like the Chiefs. People arguing who has the worst team. Nobody can ever just be like, we're okay.
Who is the worst team? It's got to be the Patriots now, right?
Well, we, as a group, decided it was the Browns.
Oh, that's right. Well, Deshaun's hurt now, so they're probably better. They're probably
Well, if it wasn't the Browns, then it'd be the Panthers. Like, we liked the quarterback from the Pats enough to at least put him the best of the worst team.
That's right. We were riding the Drake May train.
F, yeah.
We had the Browns. We had the Browns as the worst, and then, man, the Giants. Ugh.
Where are the Giants?
They're
They're
there.
there.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, that has to change.
This was before this past week.
Yeah.
Ugh.
How fucking dare you guys put the fucking Bears over the goddamn Eagles? Are you kidding me?
They were better than you.
No, they're not.
I said were.
No, even before, they weren't better than us. They haven't played anybody worthy on their schedule. We played two quality teams.
Who are your losses?
Saints and the Bucks.
Saints are
Before
bad.
the Bucks were horrible now.
Yeah.
But the Bucks then, they were actually damn well good. They just fucking blew out the Saints the previous week.
The Saints are bad, though.
But I'm sorry. No. There should be no reason the Bears should be over the Eagles. Go back to that list.
I mean, to be fair,
The Falcons are better than us?
yeah.
The Chargers are better than us?
We were high on that. This was all last week.
Falcons are winning that division now.
Who gives a shit?
Are you winning yours?
Yes.
Are you? I thought the Commanders
Why
are.
would the Browns? Why would we be fearful of the Redskins? Because they got Jalen Downs. They got a black running quarterback. Oh, okay. We got to be scared now. No, that's nothing to do with it. We have a better squad than they do.
You do have a better squad.
Exactly. So that's the reason why we're going to win the division. How dare y'all put the fucking Chargers over us?
We will adjust.
Y'all got lazy. That's what y'all did. Y'all just said, keep the shit we have now. We're going to move about 4 or 5 teams, and that's it.
Your most impressive win is against the Giants.
No.
Their
the
most
Saints.
impressive win.
It was actually against the Packers.
Did you beat the
really.
Packers?
They did beat the
Yes,
Packers.
we beat the Packers
That was your
and the
most
Saints
impressive win.
on the road after they just dominated the dog shit out of Dallas.
But that was like, didn't you win 10-9? The Saints are bad. They're bad.
They were not bad at that time.
They are bad.
They're bad now. They weren't bad at that time. They just blew out
The Saints?
the Cowboys in Dallas.
The Cowboys are bad. I know because the Steelers lost to them. The Steelers lose to bad teams.
At that time, the Saints were good because they went into Dallas and blew them out. They put up 37 points against Dallas.
Does Dallas?
Correct me if I'm wrong. They put up 37 points against Dallas. Then when we played them, they only put up 13 points. So you can't tell me that we weren't better at that time than Saints. We played quality opponents at that time than the fucking Bears and the Chargers.
I'm not saying that you aren't better than the Saints. In fact, we have you ranked above the Saints. I'm saying the Saints are really bad, so beating them
Now
is not
they
that
are.
impressive. I mean, did the Cowboys lose like close? No. When they lose, they get destroyed.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's why I'm saying you can't like say, oh, well, the Saints blew out the Cowboys. So does everyone who beats them.
Wait a minute now.
Everyone who beats the Cowboys blows them out.
Wait a minute. Because we didn't say that until the end of last year when the Packers went and blew them out. Because prior to that, nobody couldn't win in Dallas.
Yeah, but
they couldn't.
But my point being, when the Cowboys lose, they lose by a lot.
Yeah,
So,
I've heard people say, at least this year, that the Cowboys can't win at home. They're back to that old.
They've lost 4 home games in a row.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to pick them against the Niners, because they're playing in San Fran. All of their wins have been away this year.
Dude, the only reason I'd give San Fran a chance of winning is Christian McCaffrey is hurt, Ayuk is hurt, Jawan Jennings is hurt, John Feliciano. Dude, like the list of players that are hurt.
Debo has his lungs full of fluid. Like,
he has bronchitis?
I don't know what it is. Oh, it's pneumonia. That's right.
Wow,
he has pneumonia, so he might not be
They can
playing.
clear that up. That's like
stick a vacuum in there.
Yeah, suck it out, give him some Robitussin, he'll be good to go.
they'll still be even without those weapons. They'll still be dangerous though. They're playing in San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
I don't trust Dallas to. No.
We will get to the picks, but I do want to.
I think the Niners suck.
I do think they do really suck.
Yeah. Brock Purdy is the best player on that team.
I went from the first quarter being like, wow, the Chiefs look really good today, to by the fourth quarter being like, no, the 49ers are just the worst I've seen them in years.
They look awful. I mean, both quarterbacks didn't look very good in that game.
Which game you talking about?
This is the Niners and the Chiefs game, where it's like both quarterbacks didn't look
I watched it at a Chiefs bar by accident.
I watched it on a plane.
They were close, right? In the beginning?
It was pretty close. It was 12-14 for a good chunk of it, and then the Chiefs got like a big lead.
Yeah, they got they were like at a comfortable 2-touchdown lead
by the end of the third quarter. So the fourth quarter felt like a formality at that point.
Well, the 49ers did that weird onside kick that just spun. I don't know. Did you see that?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
And it was short. Yeah, I did see that.
I mean, it moved a yard.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of another onside kick then. There was one onside kick I saw where they just had it just shy of 10 yards. It stopped 9 yards. It's like, oh, damn. But, yeah, the Niners, I've been saying this for years. They need to fire that coach. I think you rebuild that shit. Rebuild that shit. Your best offensive player besides your quarterback has tendonitis in both of his legs.
Wait, he does?
Yeah.
McCaffrey
Really? Has tendonitis in both of his legs and both of his calves. Oh, yeah, this was it. Yeah, this is the one I saw.
That's like 4 yards.
Yeah.
And they stood around waiting for it to finish spinning.
The Niners having bad special teams? Kyle Shanahan's a shitty coach, is what I'm saying. He's a shitty head coach. The shitty fucking head coach.
I still will pick the 49ers to beat Dallas.
And no, I can't say you're nuts for doing that. History's saying if the Cowboys lose to this Niner squad, they are really trash.
And maybe I'm just hoping that I lose so I can drink Tommy's punishment drink and help my immune system. But yeah, I both teams are trash. I don't think you should fire 49ers head coach so soon.
So soon? Hasn't he
been
there
for 4 years, 5 years, right?
He's been there for a while. I think he's been there for at least 5 years.
I think he's done that organization pretty damn well after Jim Harbaugh left.
I forgot they had a Harbaugh.
They did have a Harbaugh.
And he took a knee.
I mean, they've had.
He started in 2017, so he's been there.
He just had a winning. He just had a winning record last year.
Who?
Kyle Shanahan. That was he has a losing career record as their head coach until last year.
Was it last year?
He's gotten to 2 Super Bowls and he's lost them both because of his bad coaching.
He's lost He's had winning seasons like the last 3 years, had he not? Because what was the year that we went to the Super Bowl? That was 2022?
Yeah, that was 2 Super Bowls ago.
2 Super Bowls ago, right? Yeah. So he had 3 6. Wait, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Prior to that, he's been.
When Jimmy G saved his job.
Pretty much.
Jimmy G saved his job, and Brock Purdy saved his job.
Jimmy G doesn't even have a backup job somewhere, does he? Huh?
I know. Well, because he got the piss kicked out of him because he played for a shitty head coach.
You know, so crazy they were thinking about. Miami was thinking about getting him. I'll say they should.
Yeah. I mean, one injury-prone quarterback for another. At least Jimmy G doesn't get concussed.
Call Ryan Fitzpatrick. Hey, you want a job with us? Come on.
He's a Rams backup coach. I keep forgetting that. I mean, backup quarterback.
Jimmy G is?
Yeah, Rams should warm up Jimmy G. Oh, he's third behind Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, I mean, his injury history is pretty bad. He's made out of peanut brittle. But when he's healthy, he's good.
Kyle Shanahan was named the 20th head coach in 2017. Finished with 13-4 record, including 10 games and an NFC West title.
I mean, he should have. He was in 2 Super Bowls that he should have won. I mean, that last one, he literally didn't know the overtime rules for the playoffs.
How do you not?
Because you're a bad head coach. Like that's.
How do you not?
And then, I mean, the thing is, like, in other places, the coach has a little bit more say in the draft. Like when, like Belichick and the Patriots had probably too much say towards the end of his career. But I don't think that's true for some teams like the 49ers.
Shanahan has final say on like everything.
Oh, he does?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, he and his dad are running that team. I mean, his dad's Mike Shanahan's like a puppet master there. Like that's the other thing. This is the nepotism that annoys me. And that roster is stacked.
Very much
it's
so.
stacked.
But I'm still gonna harper in on it. It's a good point. Did they fire Steve Wilkes?
Yes.
Like they made him the scapegoat.
That's literally the point where King just made, and they fired Steve Wilkes. Fuck him.
Yeah. Like the defense was the problem that year. It wasn't.
It was not the problem.
They're bad situationally because their head coach doesn't know how to do anything except draw up plays.
But see, that's the case in where you should fire the head coach.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But nobody stepped in and say, well, no, we shouldn't fire Wilkes. That wasn't the problem. The problem was you.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like my biggest gripe with how they handled that.
Yeah.
Somebody in that organization should have stepped in and say, no, we're not letting this guy go. It's not the defense. It was you.
Yeah. I don't know if he's the one who hired him. Like that's the head coach's job is to hire the coordinator. So
but
I wish someone could have because it was clearly Kyle Shanahan was the reason they lost that game. It wasn't Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy played his ass off. Brock Purdy left the field and the Niners were up in overtime. He had this team up in overtime. And you couldn't stop Patrick Mahomes. But guess what? You should have. Oh my God! You should have given him the ball to begin with. You should have given him the fucking ball to begin with.
The 49ers defense weren't bad last year.
They were pretty good. They're worse this year.
Well, yeah, they're worse because that's that secondary is trash.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter because we're only a little over a third of the season. We still got a lot of football left to play. But if the playoff was today, this is what we'd be looking at. Look, Pittsburgh actually makes it in. You guys get to play Buffalo.
I mean, yeah, we're second in our division, so we could win our division.
You could.
We could. I think we're going to split with Baltimore. We always split with Baltimore.
Well, I'd be playing Baltimore. Is the way it looks. Houston gets basically another bye game.
It's worth noting those 2 top seeds. Those were my 2 Super Bowl picks going into this season.
Kansas City and Detroit.
Yup.
Atlanta, Minnesota, Seattle, Green Bay.
Washington really surprised me so far this year. Yeah, I'm still not 100% sold on Chicago.
I'm not. Chicago is going to make it. What other team do you think that's listed here is not going to make it?
Seattle.
Seattle, I don't think is going to make
Atlanta.
They're going to win their division.
I think. Well, I think the Cardinals might sneak up on them.
Yeah, if any team could, it's them.
Y'all not sold on the Bears?
Definitely not sold on the Bears.
I need to see them
You
beat a
too?
good team.
You're not sold on the Bears?
I need to see them beat a good
Go
team.
back to
Well,
that.
the issue is when you have Chicago, Minnesota, Detroit, and Green Bay, they got to play each other, which is going to give other teams a chance to catch up.
Yeah.
There's not going to be one team that's going to molly. I mean, Detroit and Minnesota, last play of the fourth quarter is how they decided the winner?
Yeah, and
Wait,
that's.
so wait. Go ahead. Sorry.
But that was in Minnesota. So, I mean, Detroit, next time they play Minnesota, it'll be in Detroit.
That's what I mean. Like, they're going to have losses, and then at that point, Tampa Bay, well, not anymore, but
Yeah.
other teams can catch up at that point.
Yeah, but my point being, I think Detroit's going to sweep Minnesota.
Right.
Ooh.
Because they already beat them in Minnesota.
That's true.
So I could see them splitting with the Packers, but I do think Detroit's winning that division.
But going back to the Bears, y'all saying that the Bears haven't played anybody yet
I haven't.
I don't think they've
since
beaten.
week 1?
They haven't beaten any good teams.
I know at a certain point, all their wins came from one-win teams.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
Yeah,
the
you should-
Panthers and the
See,
Jags.
is that the case? Is that the case? Go back to that ranking list again. Go back to that rank. Go ahead, quick. Ranking list.
Our tier
Quick.
list.
Our tier list. Tier list. Quick. How the fuck y'all put them over the Eagles? Y'all said all that, and y'all put them over the Eagles. How the fuck y'all do that?
Because I thought you were going to miss the playoffs.
Oh my god, man! Y'all got lazy and didn't want to change. You're like, man, Jordan ain't here. Fuck him.
No, we didn't. No,
Yeah,
we didn't
y'all
get
did.
lazy.
Y'all said,
know-
fuck Jordan.
Know why? Because we actually moved you guys down. So
Why?
that's what we did, right?
Why?
We have the Eagles in A.
We did have the
Why?
Because you were like 2 and 3 when we made this list.
we were 2 and 2.
Oh, okay. Well,
Still,
in your heart, you were 2 and 3. Because you looked like a defeated
Because
squad.
you lost to the Falcons. I remember that.
I know who we lost to. I'm
Okay.
just trying to figure out how y'all still
You got
put-
mollywopped by the Bucks.
You were okay. So this is when we did it, week 6,
You barely beat the Browns.
and you weren't riding so high because you were barely beating the Browns.
They beat the Browns by 4.
And that's when Nick Sirianni. I think that the Eagles have the best roster in the NFL.
They do.
By far.
The roster's awesome.
I just think that you're just not coached very well. Is what it comes down to.
The math ain't mathing. Look, y'all said that the Bears ain't played nobody this whole season. We played top tier teams prior to the Browns and the Giants.
Did we have the Bears in B?
We do have the Bears and B.
Yeah.
We did this
That's
in
I
like
think-
5 minutes. We were really tired at this point.
No,
Because-
Exactly,
I'm
exactly.
defending this.
That's the reason why y'all did it, because y'all was tired at the end of the night.
We had the Bears.
You know what, Jordan? Let's give you a vote because you're going to be on this show for the next.
No,
All
I
right.
don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it no more. Y'all had your opportunity to put the fucking Eagles over the Bears. Y'all didn't. Y'all had the Falcons. How dare you?
Falcons are better than you.
They are.
Yeah.
Well,
How so?
they have the win against you, don't they?
I believe they do.
They have a win, but look at their record. Or what's their record? 3-3.
No.
We are now 4-2.
The Falcons are now
3-3.
No, they're not. They have 4 wins.
Pull up the Carfax. They're 4-3.
4 and 3.
And we're 4-2. Don't that make us have a winning record? Hello?
Yeah, but they beat you.
It don't matter, bro.
They were.
Y'all put the Chargers over us.
They had a better record than you.
The Browns. Y'all put the. Oh my God. Y'all put everything else above that. I'm okay with. Y'all going to drop the Bucks. Absolutely below us.
Oh, now we will.
Yeah,
because
now we will.
they're dead.
But the audacity to put the fucking Bears over the Eagles. Y'all should have put the Bears in the same bracket as us. If not lower. Because they ain't proved themselves yet.
I mean, if it's any consolation, we put the Bears at the bottom of B.
Oh my God.
D. They're at the bottom of D.
No, the Bears.
Oh, the Bears?
Bears
Yeah.
at bottom. Yeah.
I think we just didn't care about the Bears that much. We were like, sure.
See what I'm saying?
They were trending up.
Argument.
They were trending up.
That's why we had them at the bottom of B. That's why we're like, if they can keep this up
many
and beat a
jump-
good team, then maybe they'll get up to A. But
many
right
jump-
now, and not only that, they beat bad teams, they beat the piss out of them. That was a factor too. The Bears, they beat the shit out of those teams they were supposed to beat the shit out of. You guys barely you farted past the Browns. You beat the Browns by 4 points.
And who have the Bears played better than us at that time?
I tell you what, if the Bears played the Browns, they would beat them by more than 4.
Sure.
Maybe not
But
now.
wait, y'all now saying they rejuvenated now?
What?
You got the molester out the game.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So maybe not. Maybe not.
See, y'all
so
got,
so
y'all
if you play
retired
if you play
and got.
no, I'm defending this shit.
Sammy said all y'all took NyQuil before. I
bet if you played the Browns now, they'd beat you.
Huh?
Without Deshaun, this reinvigorated Browns team,
they would not beat us. No. No.
You beat Deshaun Watson by 4 points.
Who they got?
I'll tell you who they don't have: the worst quarterback in the league anymore.
I'm telling y'all now, y'all got lazy. Y'all had the itis and decided we're gonna lead the Bears over the Eagles. That's what y'all said.
I think when we made this, we were looking at people's record, and we were like, that's fine.
See, don't say that. Just prove my point. Y'all look at the record.
Well, we can't use eye test. That's the way it works.
Okay.
Who do the Bears play next?
They play somebody.
They play Ontario. They don't play nobody.
They play the Commanders. If that is actually.
That's not even a fucking game, man.
The Commanders are better than you.
How so? They're 5-2. We're only one game out. We're tied in our division.
You're not tied in the division.
We're tied. No. They won.
I think you're both 4-3.
No, we're 4-2. Get the record right, bro.
Yeah, pull up the NFC's record.
NFC East.
I think the Commanders are 5-2.
They're 5-2. We're 4-2. But I'm talking about division record. Are they 2-0?
The issue is that I know because of the murderers row that the Cowboys went to. The Eagles and the Commanders, we are going to find out who they are.
Yeah.
Because you guys are going to do things like play the Lions, right? Like by the end of the season, you don't play the Lions this year.
We play Baltimore.
That's one of them.
But we have the fourth easiest schedule.
Well, you're losing to Baltimore.
They might win.
Lamar,
I might pick
the NFC, man.
I did pick the Bucks to beat Baltimore this week, and I fucking ate crow on that one.
I picked. There was one NFC team that I thought might have a chance against Baltimore, and I forgot who it was.
NFC or just?
Yeah, just in the NFC, because I know Lamar's record against the NFC is he's like 24-1 or something. Yeah. But then I think it might have been Washington, and then I changed it to Baltimore.
You said a team that can beat the Ravens.
When we were doing our pick'ems, there was one NFC team that the Ravens were playing, and I was like, they might be able to beat the Ravens.
Oh yeah, Washington was like the only team.
How the fuck did this happen? The only team to beat Lamar, you couldn't guess with 5 guesses.
In the NFC?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably like New Orleans or something.
No.
The Cardinals?
No.
The Panthers?
No.
I'm just thinking of like the worst ones. Is it the Bears?
No. One more left.
Oh man, NFC teams. What is the NFC team they lost to? It's not the Rams, is it?
Ricardo found it.
The Giants. What the fuck? God damn. Truly a game of matchups, football is.
If that's the case, I feel comfortable saying the Eagles might win.
When was that? What year was that? That had to have been like early in his career.
White Lamar.
Yeah. Oh no, Lamar lost to White Lamar. No. He's lost that nickname, by the way. Daniel Jones is no.
You know,
didn't they sit him down?
Yeah, they did.
They benched him.
I have a controversial take.
Yeah.
I don't blame Daniel Jones.
You don't?
I don't.
Have you watched him play?
I don't blame him.
He has not thrown a touchdown in his home stadium in like 4 games.
I don't blame him.
He makes $40 million a year.
That organization is garbage.
Well, yeah.
They had Saquon. They had time to rebuild their offensive line.
They're at fault too.
I blame the vast majority of that failure on the organization. You let Saquon Barkley walk.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they should have never given Daniel Jones that contract.
They shouldn't. Fair.
They should have franchise tagged Daniel Jones and given Saquon a contract.
100%.
They did the reverse.
I 100% agree. But I can't blame Daniel Jones. I can't fault him for all of it. I would say probably at least 20% is Daniel Jones. I say the vast majority of it is on the organization.
I think this is. It says they lost in 2022, and I think this is around the time that I may be wrong because everything past COVID, I'm really bad at like estimating the time.
Yeah.
But I think this is when he was like, I deserve a new contract, and he threw a game-losing interception.
Oh man. I think I do remember this.
Dime package on 2nd and 10. Jackson loses the ball. Pop free. The ball still rolling around. The Giants jump on it. Thibodeau with the strip.
I still think.
I think the Giants, is that the year that the Giants beat the Vikings in the playoffs?
2022?
I think that
that's
is.
right. So the Giants were actually pretty good that year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They got a playoff win that year.
That's what I'm saying. They had time to rebuild that offensive line. They had time to build on the wide receivers. The defense was always pretty solid.
They had time to franchise tag their shitty quarterback. He's a shitty quarterback, but I agree. It's a badly run organization too.
It's very badly run. It's ran by a billionaire. Is it Mora?
Yes.
The Moras.
Well, the Eagles actually have a pretty soft schedule for a little bit. Bengals, Jaguars, Cowboys. The Commanders will be a good game, and then Rams, Ravens, Panthers, Steelers, Commanders, Cowboys. This is an easy schedule.
Oh, to be in the NFC least. No, the Commanders are actually good, but the Giants and the Cowboys.
I think the Commanders. We'll see how good the Commanders are. I think
they might have got hot at the wrong time. Like I said, you don't want to get hot at the beginning of the year.
It could be like Robert Griffin.
That would suck. But there isn't a Shanahan on the sidelines to fuck that up.
Well, it wasn't Shanahan.
It was. Yes, it was. It was Mike Shanahan.
No, it wasn't. Wasn't it? It was somebody else. It was another head coach that fucked up Robert Griffin.
He was saying the OC, I think, was Shanahan.
Was it?
I believe it. Shanahan was there. Yeah, I think Shanahan was the head coach when that happened.
No,
with RG3.
Do I type Redskins head coach?
Just type in Mike Shanahan. Like, look at Shanahan's coaching resume.
Yeah, go to the Wikipedia. He's not seeing great days.
Shit. Yeah.
That's what it was. The head coach was Jay Gruden during Robert Griffin.
Oh, it was Gruden.
I don't know his.
Where was Shanahan then at that time? I thought
What year was it?
Oh, that's the year that they actually had Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was
with Gruden
with Robert Griffin III.
1995 to 2008, Denver Broncos head coach, Redskins head coach 2010 to 2013.
When was RG3 like? When was RG3's rookie season? Because it was just his rookie year.
Goddamn Apple.
2012.
So yeah, it was Shanahan.
Yeah, it was Shanahan.
I fucking knew it. Don't you ever question me again.
But not during that time, was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, 2010 to 2013, the head coach was Shanahan.
Yeah.
And the
head coach or offensive coordinator?
He was the head coach. Yeah.
Washington Redskins head coach.
Mike Shanahan?
Yes. They fired him the next year because he was an idiot who played their star rookie when he had one leg.
Oh, that's
because I remember being at a friend's house when that happened, who was the team then known as the Redskins fan.
I think it's funny that Wikipedia left it at Redskins, and they were like, we can't change the past. People need to know.
It really is look, this is what the team was called then. You'd be mad about it. That's what it was called then. So we're just going to refer to it as that for the sake of clarity.
I don't think Stanford does that. I need to look, but that'd be a lot because they used to be the Stanford Reds, like red-faced Indians.
Yeah.
Then they became the Redwoods, and I was like, oh, okay.
Do they dress up as trees now?
Yes, they have a tree mascot.
Okay. like Pocahontas.
Not Pocahontas.
Yeah, he's pretty nasty looking.
The tree? Oh, that looks stupid. I thought he'd look kind of cool. Like if he looked like an Ent or something like from Lord of the Rings.
No, bro, they don't.
By the way,
no, he looks like a smooth-brained Christmas tree. Looks dumb as hell.
By the way, tonight is the opener for the NBA season.
Oh yeah, we were watching the Knicks lose by 20+ when we came on over. Knicks are getting mollywopped.
Really?
Who are the Knicks playing against?
The Celtics.
Oh, well, that's expected.
Yeah.
By the way, the Lakers are blowing out Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, here's my thing. I don't think Minnesota got better. Sorry, we're going to sidetrack a little bit since the NBA season. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I have one NBA topic actually.
Okay. Perfect.
Minnesota didn't get better.
No.
They pretty much got the same. I don't think Julius Randle is going to be that guy that's going to help them get over it.
No.
Get over the hump.
No.
I think they actually remain at a standstill. And I don't think the Knicks got better with Karl Anthony Towns.
I don't either.
Karl Anthony Towns is the black version of Kevin Love. He's no longer the person that he used to be. And it's unfortunate. But maybe he just needs a new environment. That's why.
I think, I'll be frank, I think that's an insult to Kevin Love. Because Karl Anthony Towns does goofy shit.
He does.
Kevin Love does not. Kevin Love knows his role. When you put him with a LeBron James, he's like, I'm going to get open.
I know who I am.
I'm going to shoot threes and rebound.
That's it.
And we're going to win. We're going to win a championship together.
Yeah.
And we're going to make some deep playoff runs. I know my role. I agree with you though. I think the trade was bad for both teams. I was like, when they announced him to the Knicks, I was like, I don't like that.
What was the purpose of doing that?
I don't think he's a good fit. I'm not a Karl Anthony Towns fan. He's a goofy goober.
Wait, can I pull up a quote? And something wrong with the Boston head coach. I think he kind of slow. Like he missing a few chromosomes.
Oh, Joe Mazzulla?
Yeah.
He says some stupid shit.
What did he say?
Apparently he just like watches The Town all day and masturbates to it.
Wow.
Joaquin is sad because he was like, fuck, not my Knicks, but he was at watching a Buffalo Sabres game today.
I don't even know what sport they play.
That's hockey.
Oh, okay.
That is why I will venture to do wrestling and venture to do boxing and MMA, but I won't bring up hockey because that won't go well.
So
Knicks lost 109 to 132. They got destroyed.
So this is what Boston head coach said when they're asked if they're going to repeat or if there's any pressure to repeat. This is what this nigga said. We're all going to be dead soon, and it really doesn't matter anymore. So there's zero pressure, he told reporters Monday. You have an opportunity to carry the organization forward, to double down on the tradition and history of what this organization has. And what else would you expect than someone expecting you to win all of the time?
We're all going to be dead soon. He's a young coach. He's like the youngest coach in the NBA.
And he's also missing 17 chromosomes. Who makes comments like that?
I think Joe Mazzulla is like 38. Like he's very young.
he's a product of the Houston.
Talking about the NBA right now, Calamity.
He's a product of Houston's head coach system.
Yeah.
So I don't know how good Joe Mazzulla is.
Is that Joe Mazzulla again? Just walked in on the quote.
Yeah. Dude, Joe Mazzulla is a year older than me.
And he was sober when he said that.
He's 36 in a profession where a lot of people are like in their 50s and 60s, and he's like, well, we're going to be dead soon. It's like, what are you doing, Joe Mazzulla?
What are you talking about, Joe? You should be encouraging your team. Look, take a page from Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Be encouraging, man. Just come on. Joe Mazzulla just standing there looking like the brain from Arthur. He just said that looking so stupid. I was just like, what kind of quote is this?
The brain is a lot smarter than Joe Mazzulla.
It's true. Shoot, that's Buster Baxter. But no, Joe Mazzulla said, I said, man, I'm so glad that system is in place because he is not worthy of being a head coach, in my honest opinion.
He's not. That team won that championship by shooting a shitload of threes. It worked.
Oh, that's another question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Dallas getting Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
Better, worse, or the same?
I think the team will be the same and they won't get as far. I think they got a good matchup last year getting to the Western Conference Finals. Yeah, Klay Thompson's not who he was. He's a free agent for a reason. I mean, I think the Warriors fucked up. They should have traded him the second they won that last championship.
Sure.
Should have shipped him off immediately. That's when his value was at its highest in the last several years.
I didn't understand why.
Steps out of line with Joe Mazzulla staring at you.
I mean, he's a psychopath or a sociopath. Well, he's one of those paths. I'm not sure of the distinction, honestly. But no, when he talks, Jordan's right. He doesn't seem like
He
the
got
sharp.
that little crust in the corner of his mouth. Like, bitch.
He ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
More important question for Gertz: is Luka still fat?
I haven't seen him recently, but I mean, I'll say this: for a professional NBA player who's in his mid-20s, he is. Like, he should be in much better shape than he is.
Well, and this is my basketball topic, just because last year we were asking, like, who's going to be the new it guy with all these people retiring, and a lot of people said Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
And then Anthony Edwards has been a little bit under the microscope today for saying that I would have been that guy that could match up with MJ. It would have been me. I could have been that guy that would have been guarding and scoring back at him. And a lot of people were like, you can't really say that kind of thing. I would just want to know your opinion. Is he out of line, or could he go could he be one-on-one with MJ?
Go, Gertz, go.
Sit down, kid. Sit down. Like, you haven't done shit yet. But Michael, even when Michael wasn't winning championships, he was still, everyone was like, he's incredible. Yeah. And Anthony Edwards had bad games in the playoffs. Yes. Michael Jordan, I think you could count the number of bad games Michael Jordan had in the playoffs on one hand. I think he might have had like 4 bad playoff games in his career, and by his standards. Yeah. So, no. Anthony Edwards, shut up. You're like any other young kid that tried to take on Michael one-on-one. Like, no. I don't think there's any player right now that could like go toe-to-toe with MJ.
Now? Nah. Like young, or are we talking about
like just playing actively in the league?
Yeah, like I mean,
I would say LeBron. Just because LeBron has a bigger body and probably can do something, but
I mean, if you had them like, I mean, like now against like peak MJ, no, but like peak LeBron versus peak MJ, hell yeah, I think that'd be
a great matchup.
That'd be awesome. But
this nigga, not you. Sorry, I wasn't. No, but just I think it's easy for them to say that because they're playing in the league. They're measuring now. They're measuring what it's like now.
Yeah.
I don't think that they understood how physical back in the day was.
Well, he did shoot a comment on that note. They say it was tougher back then than it is now, but I don't think anybody had skill back then. Michael Jordan was one of the best that had real skill, but other than that, when they saw Kobe Bryant, they were like, oh my God, he has skill, but now everybody can play like Kobe Bryant.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Larry Bird didn't have skill. Magic Johnson didn't have skill. Gary Payton didn't have skill. Fuck you.
This is when you have too much ego.
Yeah.
Like, I like my players to have somewhat of an ego,
yes.
But this is when you have too much ego and someone in your locker room needs to say, kid, shut the fuck up. Okay?
Yeah.
Eat a Jell-O pudding pop and shut the fuck up.
He hasn't done anything yet.
He really hasn't.
He's potential
great.
of being great.
Yeah, he's a great player already, I think.
But I'm never going. That's what the question I was going to ask you. I was like, so who would you pick as the biggest asshole, but they're good players? John Morant or this kid? Which is coming back, by the way.
I mean, who's a bigger asshole? Oh, man.
Oh, you can't.
Well, because Anthony Edwards just talks.
Yeah.
John Morant is flashing guns and shit at people. He's threatening people with guns. Not just like, hey, this like showing off guns on Instagram. No, he is flashing guns at people in public.
The chat's going with Ja.
Yeah. Ja, I'd say Ja. It's one thing to talk shit in Ja and like be kind of like, you know, everything. Anthony Edwards is a cocky asshole. John Morant is like, dude, you're threatening people with lethal weapons.
Crazy. But now he's going to have a lot of pressure because he's going to have to back that comment up.
Oh, yeah. And I mean,
they're going to put a target on his back and say, back that comment up. Come on.
Well, I don't know what the fascination is with. I mean, I remember this Olympic team. They stopped because they were saying this team is even better than the Dream Team was, the '92 Dream Team. They stopped after Nikola Jokic almost beat them by himself.
Well, no. Is this? Wait, what's that guy's name? Bogdanovich? Is that? Did he play with Nikola Jokic?
In the Olympics?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I do not know.
I'm looking at this list of dirtiest players, and it's like Scottie Pippen, Isaiah Thomas, Tim Duncan.
Dirtiest players. Oh, I bet John Stockton's one.
So Michael Jordan, Mark Jackson, Rajon Rondo, Paul Pierce, Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, Rasheed Wallace, Karl Malone, Charles Oakley, Kevin.
Oh no,
McBurnett.
Bill Laimbeer's number one.
That's what I was about to say. I was waiting for the list to keep going because I'm waiting.
Stockton will be on there. Okay, it's in the top 5. But yeah, it's got to be Bill
Of course, Miller
Laimbeer.
World Peace.
Rodman, yeah.
Bill Laimbeer.
Who won? Bruce Brown. Who the fuck
Bruce
is
Bowen.
that? Oh, Bruce Bowen. Man. He's so nice now. He's doing HEB commercials. He's such a nice guy. Hey, how can you put him over Bill Laimbeer? Bill Laimbeer would clothesline your ass coming to the paint.
Yeah.
That's how bad Bill Laimbeer was. That whole Detroit 5 were horrible people. Not horrible people, but horrible players.
Bill Laimbeer would be out of the league today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You talk about Draymond Green. No, Bill Laimbeer is like...
He's worse. He's worse. And Draymond Green is... I mean, was he on that list?
I don't think so.
That's ridiculous.
What?
That's ridiculous.
Bill Laimbeer has a video game called Combat Basketball.
Yeah, he does.
Combat Basketball.
That's crazy. Wait, Draymond was not on that list, not one bit?
No, Draymond wasn't.
Then throw that list in the trash.
Yeah. He just choked somebody.
Yeah.
He literally, what?
Chokehold Rudy Gobert.
What was that big dude name? He elbowed somebody.
Oh, I know he stomped on Sabonis.
What's his name?
He got Rudy Gobert in a headlock.
Yeah. No, it's just show Bill Laimbeer's dirtiest play.
That one is the one where I think he clotheslined Larry Bird. Isaiah Thomas was on that list, Ricardo. He was higher up there. But yeah, he was on that list.
I did not know that. Thank you, Sam. I did not know that he had a video game.
Oh yeah, he did.
That's
right. When Draymond Green, he kicked Steven Adams in the nuts. He has a history of kicking players in the nuts. Draymond Green might be just as dirty as Bill Laimbeer.
But we know Draymond Green is truly soft and cottonelle tissue. Like he only picks on people that ain't gonna fight back. He would never pull that shit on no fucking Dennis Rodman. He would never pull that shit on crazy folks. He wouldn't do that.
Who is the best player that Draymond Green has done some dirty shit to? It's either Gobert or Sabonis.
LeBron. He hit LeBron in the
that's
nuts.
right. Yeah, he did hit LeBron in the dick.
But LeBron ain't gonna fight nobody. He's like, I gotta keep that good reputation. Pat Bev. No.
Pat Bev's dirty. He broke Devin Booker's nose.
Oh shit.
He headbutted Devin Booker in the playoffs.
I didn't even know anything about that. I didn't know he did that.
Yeah. I saw that live.
Pat Bev.
Yeah,
I forgot about him.
Pat Bev's dirty.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Oh, my God, I'm back. Welcome, everybody. It's the Manscaped ad. Did you know that millions upon millions upon millions of people trust the fine folks at Manscaped for their balls? That's like so many more million balls because there's 2 of them, usually. But here's the thing. I haven't been here in a while, but I'm here to spread the good word because, look, my face looks good. We know this. Look at my head. Look at my head. Look how smooth that is. It's not perfectly smooth because that was 3 days ago from the weekend. But that's because, and I told you last time, the fine folks at Manscaped gifted me the greatest thing I've ever received. And my birthday's actually this week. So they actually gave me a birthday present. And that's the Dome Shaver Pro. Oh my God, the Dome Shaver Pro has the Flex Adjust technology, ultra thin foils, and a 5-blade design. Here's the thing, don't be caught this spooky season without a smooth dome. You could be Shaq, you can be Michael Jordan, you can be, what's another bald athlete? Charles Barkley. You could do all that with the Dome Shaver Pro. Whoopi Goldberg's not bald.
She shaves her eyebrows.
You can't shave eyebrows with the Dome Shaver Pro, though. However, if there is hair that needs to be vanquished, it's the Chairman Pro, everybody. Look at the Chairman Pro. The Chairman Pro's right there. Old school shave, new school shaver. The Chairman Pro. I've also received, and that's why my neck is so nice. But like I said, I did this last weekend, so let me go ahead and pull it up, though. The Lawnmower 5.0, I already have that. Chairman Pro's that new right there. Well, I said click. There we go. Chairman Pro right there. I have it right here. And one of them is going to be given away to you, the people. And you can get yourself the 2 interchangeable Skin Safe blade heads, Skin Safe 4 blade foil, Skin Safe stubble trimmer, 2-leg setting stubble trimmer, comes waterproof flex adjust technology with the precision trimmer edge, precision lock, up to 75 minutes of runtime, wireless charging compatible travel log LED spotlight. That travel bag's very nice. I know I talk about the bags with Manscaped a lot, but they also come in very nice packaging and very good travel bags, very hefty and strong. So, here's the things. If you want to look as good as I do all the time, get Manscaped. Because guess what? I'm part of the millions and millions whose balls are smooth as eggs right now. I'm part of the millions and millions who have well-trimmed chest hair. And my beard is looking fantastically sculpted thanks to the Beard Hedger. So, be like me. Go get Manscaped. Do it. I'm telling you to do it. So, but of course, 20% off free shipping using coupon code MEX20. We give you that all the time. But you knew that, right? Right? You knew that? How come you didn't? You're saying you didn't. How come you didn't know that? Pay attention. Write it down. MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping on manscaped.com. Everything on the website. Even if you don't have a bald head or a beard or any of that stuff, there's lots of wonderful things there. Look at the deals and kits. Look at that. Groin kits. You have a groin. Just about everybody has a groin. Take care of it with manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping off everything. And maybe I might just give this away for my birthday. So stick around. Do something. I don't know. Might be free. Might be whatever. Good to see you all. Don't be caught not being a haired Charles Barkley or a bald Whoopi Goldberg. You don't want to be either of those things, so make sure you buy the appropriate Manscaped. Your balls will thank you, and so will I.
Well, guys, we're down to our normal segment.
Oh.
So, who's be your attaboy?
Oh, okay.
Is that grammatically correct?
Who's be your attaboy? I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this. I gotta go with Russell Wilson, man.
What a homer! Now I'm playing.
I know. Well, I mean, he looked terrible in that first half, but then he did something that I haven't seen a Steelers quarterback maybe do in like 6 years, which is throw a moon ball, like throw it down the field, and just like, wait a minute, that's our best receiver. Sure, he's covered. I don't care. He'll catch it, and more often than not, he did. It worked. So, yeah, that was exciting. Hopefully, he can keep up the pace. Keep playing at that level. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Russ.
You're gonna go with Jordan?
Saquon.
Yeah,
that's a good pick.
That's a good pick.
I'm gonna go with actually a loser this week, just because I thought the story was super neat.
Yeah,
and also I thought the joke about it was super cool. Ricky Purcell, he is the wide receiver from the 49ers that was shot in the chest 50 days ago.
That's right. and now he's the healthiest person on their squad. That's ridiculous. This man was shot in the chest, and he's healthier than your entire roster.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
On to your take a lap.
Oh, dude, it's got to be Devontae Adams. It's got to be Devontae Adams. You idiot. You fucking idiot. I'm going to turn down the Raiders to go to the Jets? That's like jumping out of a dumpster to land into a loaded toilet. What the hell's wrong with you, dude? I hope you go to the Giants so you can lose to the Steelers for a third time. But yeah, Devontae.
The 49ers going through Silent Hills levels of character development.
But yeah, Devontae, he's an idiot. I can't believe that he wanted to go to the Jets.
I'm going to say take a lap to someone who I think deserves better. He's a stand-up guy. He's awesome in the black community, and I wish him well, and I'm going to say Deshaun Watson.
Fucking knew it.
Bro, he can't take a lap. He doesn't have a muscle or a bone. I forgot what he broke.
Limp a lap. Tough it out.
Well,
Fucking creep.
I mean, if anything, he can just, now he has a reason to go back to a massage parlor. Massage that Achilles out.
I did see a lot of memes. It's just like massage therapist when Deshaun walks in and they're just like, oh.
No, not hit.
I saw the meme. This is actually pretty X-rated by this podcast standard, but they replace Jonah Hill's face with Deshaun Watson. It's like, the funny thing about my Achilles is it's attached to my cock.
Oh, man.
But yeah, he deserves better. Okay, he deserves better. He didn't deserve that. And them clapping for him being hurt. Him clapping being hurt. He did not deserve any of this. He's a stand-up guy. I saw just last week he donated $100,000 to one of the massage parlors.
Was that a tip?
He deserves better.
Let me see real quick if I can.
Speedy recovery.
Was the civil suit really only $100,000?
No. I just made this number up, but they did settle. But I didn't know how much they settled for. But yeah.
That's pretty low for fucking sexual
Like you're not
assault.
asking. Yeah, you're not asking for much.
I think you're entitled to a little bit more.
Right.
You just had a traumatic thing happen to you.
Yikes.
Okay, I can't find it. But my take a lap is actually Malik Mustafa, who I did not know who he was last week. Mm-hmm. But then he got trucked by Patrick Mahomes, and now that's the highlight reel.
Dad bod wins, baby. I did see that meme. That cracked me up.
This is the dude that Patrick Mahomes ran over on 4th and goal.
Dude, he fucking trucked
And
it.
he literally just looked at him at the end. I said, not Patrick Mahomes staring down somebody he trucked.
Yeah.
You would never put Patrick Mahomes and truck in the same sentence.
Nope. And you know he said something. He's like, stay down.
That's Kermit the Frog voice.
Yeah, bitch. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Poor pass rush.
That wasn't like a little like, boop. No, that was like, get the fuck out of my way.
Jeez Louise.
I've never seen him do that before. That was awesome.
No, normally he does just little dance moves to get to get through. Like there was a lot of people mad about him running on the sideline, and it's just like he should have slid or something.
No.
But I mean, because they're like, oh, if you hit Patrick Mahomes at 15 yards, it's like, well, I mean, then he earned it. Like,
shove him.
Yeah,
You could shove him without, like laying him out. If you're concerned about getting flagged, just don't fucking level him in that case. Just give him a push. But yeah, no, I like that he did that. It reminded me of the fake slide Kenny Pickett did.
Yeah.
I mean, but it wasn't nearly as dirty as that was.
No.
That was like, I think he really was expecting them to hit him. And when
I think so too.
And when they didn't, he's like, okay.
Your ass down.
Yeah.
Well, on to pick'ems. First game, we got the Vikings and the Rams. That seems pretty easy.
Yeah, Vikings.
Second game, we got the Ravens at the Browns. I'm going to take that one. Also seems easy. You just pick the purple teams.
The
Ravens. I'm picking the Ravens.
You can pick the Browns. They got genies. The Titans go to Detroit. Wow, that says 90. This one has 99% pick.
Obvious, the Titans.
Mason Rudolph
He's gonna go off.
Yeah. Perform a miracle.
Go off, King.
Yeah.
First hard game to pick, the Cardinals at the Dolphins. I am going to take the Cardinals.
I'm picking the Cardinals too.
The Jets at the Patriots.
Jets.
Yeah, this is a hard one. I think this one's tough.
It's not that hard. I mean, the Jets are bad, but they got Devontae Adams. You think the Patriots can cover that?
Probably not. Probably not.
He made a good argument right there.
Yeah, probably not.
Now, if this was the Panthers, a whole different story. I'd be like, yeah, that's tough to pick.
Yeah, I don't know.
They did play each other, and we had to pick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they did play once already, and that was the Jets made the Patriots look really bad.
Jets only win by field goals.
That's enough. Hey, that's a Steelers strategy, and it works. I'll go with the Jets.
Bucks at Falcons at Tampa. I might take the Falcons on this one.
I'm taking the Falcons in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
The Bucks they're dead, dude. They're dead. Fucking dead. I don't know what to tell you.
It's over, man. Game over.
Game over, man.
They're dead, dude. They're dead.
They're deader than disco.
Dead as a doornail.
God.
The Packers go down to Jacksonville. Look at these guys.
Packers and the Jags?
Yeah.
I think that may be a setup.
I think you might be right, actually. I'm still picking the Packers, but...
No way.
That's a trap game.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, what did the Jags do well?
Run the ball now with Big B.
Nah.
Big the cat coming through.
Froggy.
Nah, I think the Packers defense is pretty legit. I'm going with Packers.
Colts versus the Texans.
Now, this might be a trap game. Because I think most people think the Texans will win. But I could see the Colts doing this. I could see the Colts pulling this off.
I have to pick the Colts.
I don't, so I'm picking the Texans. But I would. It was one of those ones where I hesitated. So, but I'm going to go Texans.
And then the Eagles at the Bengals. Wow, it's 57 and 43%.
Actually, the Bengals are the favorites to win that game.
Really?
Well, because they beat the Browns and they're at home. They're winless at home. I don't understand why they pick the Bengals to be the favorites, but I don't see how that even possible.
Yeah, I'm picking the Eagles. And if the Bengals win this game...
Don't start with me.
No, we're going to play that whole clip of you on tonight's show. Just be like, the math don't add up.
Yeah.
You better beat this fucking team is what I'm saying.
Oh, boy.
I'm pulling for you guys.
I am going to be quiet for the rest of
It's
Because the
like
Bengals are trash. I mean,
it's like when TJ said, like, "Oh, we'll beat the Lions. We always beat the Lions."
no one thought, except him, that was going to happen.
I mean, can you blame him?
Except
The Dallas Cowboys beat the Lions last year. Barely, but they beat them still.
They got help.
That's true.
They got a lot of help.
Well, the Saints at the Chargers.
I got the Saints. No, the Chargers.
Take the Chargers in this one.
I'm taking the Chargers.
This seems like an easier game than they normally are. Mm-hmm. The Bills at Seattle.
Bills.
I think this is a trap game.
I think this is also a trap
Well,
game.
they don't have DJ Metcalf. I'm not sorry, DK Metcalf.
I take that back. It's
I
not a
take
trap game.
Yeah, all right.
They don't have him.
I forgot
He's
about
hurt.
that. Yeah, I saw he got hurt. How long is he out for?
I didn't see, but when I saw he got hurt in practice, I said, "Practice? What?"
We're
That's how AJ Brown got hurt in practice.
Wow, I suck at practicing. Practice so you don't get hurt.
You're supposed to drink electrolytes to relieve cramping, man.
You might get injured during a game, so to see how you can do, we're going to injure you on purpose in practice. Give me my sledgehammer.
So yeah, what is it? The Seattle versus who?
Seattle versus
The Bills. They were playing in Seattle, but without DK. Yeah.
But they still have Njigba,
and then Jigba.
That's right.
And they also have Tyler Lockett.
Gino's been playing well this season, but so has Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you laughing at Gino playing well?
Man, fuck Gino. He's a train wreck bound to happen. Man.
He's 4-3. Gino's having a good year.
Damn, you're on that. You're on that Tommy hate on Gino.
I know. He's having a better year than Jalen Hurts. He is.
No.
Same record.
Same record?
Yeah, they're both 4-3.
No, we're 4-2.
Soon to be 4-3.
Oh, now you don't have faith, but you just picked us. I know. Jesus, man. Have faith.
Calamity's like, slow down there, bud.
Please.
Gino's leading the league in passing yards, don't you
I don't
know?
give a fuck.
I thought it was Baker or Aaron Donald. No, sorry, it's Donald. Sam Darnold. Ginger Jesus
It
up
might
there.
be Goff soon.
It probably is going to be
I wouldn't
Goff.
be surprised.
Goff is throwing for nearly 300 yards a game routinely.
I forgot what quarterback, but I heard a funny stat. I think it's the Patriots quarterback. He threw for 500 yards in 2 games, but has thrown for 0 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. It's like, that's got to be the first time that's ever happened.
Did you see, on the flip side of that stat, because that's one of the saddest stats I've ever heard, that the Lions have more touchdown passes than incompletions?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's absurd. Okay.
The Bears at the Commanders, taking the Commanders.
I
With Marcus Mariota? I don't think so.
was gonna say I need to see. I mean, if Jaden Daniels isn't playing, then
I mean,
He's week to week, right?
yeah, so he's probably not playing then. So right now, I'm gonna go with the Bears, but I might change that depending on if Jaden can play.
That's fair. That's
the Panthers at the Broncos.
fair. Definitely the Panthers.
Going up to Mile High.
I am going Broncos.
Oh man, the Chiefs are playing the Raiders, and Mahomes is actually angry at the Raiders.
That's right. They came out with a Kermit puppet.
They came out with a Kermit puppet, and then he was just like, "It gets handled when it gets handled."
That's a pretty great answer. He better talk shit the whole time and make his voice sound extra froggish. I want to see him truck over someone. He's gonna talk shit to Max Crosby.
They're playing in Vegas?
They're playing in Vegas.
Doesn't matter. They could be playing on the fucking moon. Chiefs are gonna win that game.
That is a beautiful stadium, by the way.
Oh, it's awesome.
He was in Vegas the other day, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you go to the stadium?
But when you drive into Vegas,
Yeah.
it's similar to Philadelphia when you drive into Philly.
Yeah.
You see the stadium right there.
I mean,
When you drive into Vegas, you see that stadium right
it's so cool in other cities where it's just like there's so much smaller. Like you see everything. Like when you go into New Orleans, like the basketball and the football stadium are right next to each other.
Yep. I remember when I went to New Orleans, seeing it's like, oh yeah, there's the basketball arena, and they got posters of Zion's fat ass.
You know, side note, the city's food is not that good.
New Orleans?
It's not that good.
Did you go back again?
No.
Why would he go back? The food's not that good.
All right, it's not good.
Nah. Have you had the seafood?
We didn't have seafood really there.
No, we didn't.
Oh, then you screwed up, sir.
Oh, I did. We had catfish, but the catfish was like
Captain D's doesn't count.
That fish was like licking the bottom of Tommy's foot. Like it was just bad. It was not good at all.
Oh, I went there once, and what was it? They had like it was for work, and I wish I could remember the name of the restaurant, but
I will say that we ate a lot of hole in the walls where it's just like you don't know the restaurant until you're walking underneath the door.
Yeah, but it was redfish. It was like pan fried redfish with like almonds and like some kind of like brown butter on there.
Shit.
They were it was like to date might be the best fish I've ever
Really?
eaten. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm with you on like beignets and stuff. It's just like fried dough.
Yeah, it's like we have that here. It's called donuts.
It's called Krispy Kreme.
It's not that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it was side note. But I was like, New
No,
Orleans.
that's fun. We only got 2 games. Yes, finally they did the no 2 games on Monday bullshit.
Yeah.
God, thank God.
That shit's annoying.
The Cowboys at the 49ers.
49ers.
I
You better not.
I just might. They're so depleted, man. I'm going Cowboys.
And the Cowboys have a week off to
Yeah.
kind of prepare.
They have a lot of time for Mike McCarthy to
Fuck it up.
and sit on his ass. Did you hear his quote
No.
today about Troy Aikman? What Troy Aikman said?
No.
It's bad because I didn't even I heard his quote and his words were the second thing I heard. The first thing I heard was his heavy breathing between words. It's just like
Wow, pointing out obesity.
I mean, it's just like because he's like, I don't really care. I work hard. That was why it stood out. He was like, Mike McCarthy, you got this job and you admitted that you lied about watching film. You don't work hard. Like, you literally don't. You admitted that you lied about studying the game while you didn't have a job.
So a funny quote. This is actually at the beginning of last week. I think it was on Monday or Tuesday. But somebody called Dan Campbell classless for the way that he ran up the score on the Cowboys.
No, that was awesome.
And Dan Campbell said, the last time I got called classless, I was drinking wine straight out of the bottle.
I fucking love that guy. I fucking love that
I did
guy.
not know Dan Campbell played for the Giants at one point.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that either.
Remember that it was an old school game between the Giants and the 49ers. And it was like I forgot what championship it was, some game, and the 49ers were down, and the 49ers came back. And I remember Dan Campbell being the tight end. I was like, he was a tight end for them? Oh, shit. Okay.
I think he was on the Saints at one point. I think I remember he was on the Saints.
Oh, shit. Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah, I think he was a bit of a journeyman. He wasn't like a great player.
Giants, Cowboys, Lions, Saints.
Yeah. Yeah.
Illustrious career. And in the last game,
under the
picked
highlights
Giants.
of Monday Night Football.
The Giants will win.
I'm so glad he is a good coach because he's awesome. Like
Dan Campbell.
Yeah, I'm so glad he.
Absolutely.
I hope he ends up being like a Mike Tomlin or John Harbaugh, where he's just Detroit's coach for like decades.
Sure. I hope he is continued success because he's on a upward trend with that team.
Win a Super Bowl and then consistently have your team contend for the playoffs, and you should be fine.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're taking the Steelers because you always take the Steelers.
That logic doesn't always line up. You said go to the Super Bowl and win a couple playoffs?
Win a couple playoff games, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mike Tomlin hasn't won a playoff game.
No, because I was about to say, well, Nick Sirianni, he went to the Super Bowl, got to the playoffs every year after
Is
that.
Dan Campbell cussing out his own fans?
Probably so behind closed doors. He got doxed.
That's fine. Do it behind closed doors. That's fine. There's certain things you do in private that you don't do in front of your fans.
I'll probably cuss them fans out too.
And the thing is, like, the fans, when the fans are right, it looks really bad. The fans were correct to boo him.
Yeah, but a win is a win. I'll take it. We're still competing.
It's the Browns.
Yeah, but we're still competing. Oh! Now you say that shit. Pull up the ranking list again. Pull that up.
But you say now we say that shit like we didn't say it an hour and a half ago.
America, look at this. They put the Bears over the fucking Eagles. How dare y'all?
You better beat the Bengals. You better beat the Bengals.
Dude, I will say, like, I don't want to be overly negative. We quickly made this list because we also put the Colts, the Seahawks, and the Broncos over the Eagles.
I see no issue with that right now. I see no issue with that right now. What?
We barely have a winning record of 4-3, and now we have a dead man's gauntlet.
At the time,
this is true.
Like at the time,
all three of those teams.
The Colts,
two of those teams are 4-3.
The Colts have a good win.
We do have a good
They're
win.
4-3, right?
Yeah, we're 4-3.
Yeah.
What's the Broncos record?
Bronco beat Tampa when Tampa was hot, though.
What's their record?
Broncos are 4-3.
Yeah,
they're 4-3. We should be above all of them. We're 4-2.
I don't think having a bye week though really counts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you are going to have the better record now that I know how you're
stacking up against us. First, they didn't want to let us have Juneteenth, and now y'all want.
That's right. We were on this show campaigning against Juneteenth. We had a tier list of holidays, and Juneteenth was at the bottom. And Jordan said nothing about it.
They didn't want us to have Juneteenth. So what did they offer us? IKEA's Juneteenth.
Happy Toyota-thon.
Remember that Juneteenth ice cream that Walmart made?
Yeah, that's your alternative for me.
Did you try any of it?
No, I don't, because it's gonna be red velvet. It's gonna be the same flavor every fucking year. What's Juneteenth flavor? Red velvet. Okay, sure then. Didn't want to see what I'm saying, man. Y'all do me dirty every time I come on this show and I said the Eagles are good. Y'all put somebody over us. Well, and look, what's the alternative? Beef jerky. Like, come on, man.
What's wrong with beef jerky?
I'm telling y'all, we are better than all those teams, plus the Bears. You can't deny that. We are better than those teams.
Are you better than San Francisco?
Yes.
Now
at this point.
Yeah. Chargers?
Yes. Falcons, yes.
No.
Steelers?
No.
I say we're on the same level as the Steelers. We have a better quarterback.
Steelers are going to go up to A if they keep this up. I mean, I could argue
Man,
the Steelers.
stop it. Once they get down, look, once they be down 15 points, you be like, fire Tomlin. Then Tomlin's like, nigga, what you say?
Right?
Huh?
Oh.
No, Tomlin's like, what you
Blow
say?
out the Giants, and then you're like, oh, well, they're the best team in the division.
I'm not complaining.
It goes
Wait a minute.
both
No.
ways.
I am
it's a
not
two-way
complaining.
street,
No. I am not complaining anytime that the Eagles get down. You, on the other hand, will complain in that chat, and then as soon as you complain, here come the Steelers.
Yeah, know why?
Blow them out 37 points. It's like, come on.
Because it works. It works.
It's the Gertz magic, okay?
Having standards works.
Oh my God, I have standards. I have. Not the 60
You know what? I was going to say, on the other end of the equation, you have Sam yelling at his team, but they just don't get up.
That's true. That's true.
Goddamn Raider.
And to be fair, when I was saying that, we were losing to the Jets.
Can y'all just do me a favor? Can
How
y'all
many
move
teams
them
have
up?
been losing to the Jets this season?
Can y'all move us up? At least put the Bears and put us at least B.
All right.
Put everybody else down.
No. This is a snapshot.
No.
This is a snapshot of time. No, absolutely not. We will do this again in a few weeks.
Oh, this is the week. Is it not? We do Power Rangers every week.
No, we don't do power. We do it every 6 weeks.
Yeah,
We need to move us. It's been
You're making a good argument to move.
3 weeks since we've been at that down. I moved that up, please. Can y'all just move us up? And if we do horrible, then y'all can move us back down.
As a special Jordan request, I will do it
Thank you.
for right now.
And move them fucking Bears down. Move them down to C.
Oh my God.
Don't put them at the one another. It's fine. It's fine there.
We need to make a note of that.
Can we go before the 49ers? Can I make that request?
I mean, now we're just updating multiple teams, so.